Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are at it again at the Krusty Krab. Noble Crumpet. I stream on Sundays with TTRPGs with my friends. We're playing Genesis today, as usual. And I also stream on Tuesdays, where I've been playing Super Lesbian Animal RPG. So if you want to hang out for that, tune in on Tuesday. I hope I said Tuesday, not Monday. It's Tuesday. Anyway, today we're gonna be doing some more Embers of the Imperium. Let's see what our allies are up to and see if they can remember what happened last week.
3 laws, because the whole point of that 3 laws is it's very easily circumventable.
Right.
Speaking of circumventing the law, we're live.
Well,
Neat.
I mean,
BRB.
Narc, come on.
So, does anybody remember what happened last week? Also, Zaldenrock will be here late, if at all. But just an FYI for those watching. And you guys, if you didn't read the messages.
I did.
Zaldenrock will be lurking in the corner brooding.
Because I remember
That's unfortunate, he never does that.
Krav and Zaldenrock were paired up together.
He was.
I think Zaldenrock was concerned about Krav doing shit. I don't know if he
Yes.
was very vocal about what kind of shit.
Yeah. I think we'll try and get to that a little later. At least when I'm cycling
push
through.
it in case he shows up.
Yeah, like everybody's separate right now, so I'm gonna try and go through the cycle of people and have Krav be the last. Krav and Zaldenrock be the last stop of that.
Yeah, we currently
That's
have
very irrelevant.
We have 4 groups. Yara is back at the hotel, doing some savant kind of deep dives to make sure everything's safe for us.
You're snoop-proofing the savants, right, Yara?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that Snoop or some sort of GPS kind of locator, air tags for the rest of us?
I was trying to install air tags for everybody while also making it so that we could hide our identities on them, because everybody's got surveillance stuff on it right now from the guy.
Which then leads to our second group, which is Sin, Nolly, and Thraz, who are planning on going off to some sort of club. And they definitely left, and they definitely did not take their savants, or they're just like, please no, we want to go and maybe get slightly in trouble and have fun and not have anyone watch us.
Yeah, I got a story pointed away from being able to install it in time. So I think you guys left your savants with me.
Thraz was trying to shove you away. And then you're like, can I come? No nerds!
Then we have Krav and Zaldenrock, but I don't remember what Krav was specifically looking for, or...
He was following up on a lead that the, what are they called? Letnev Union? New Letnev Union?
Neo Letnev Union.
Yes, which is the democratic terrorist organization of the fascist Letnev government.
Right.
But yeah, they're there.
Said, democracy just never works.
That's true.
Right.
We had gotten information from that, what was it,
Arclight Industries.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what Zaldenrock, or, Krav is working off of, right? That's the same information that we got from them?
Krav got his information from a secret message from Evandal, encrypted on his Encryptos device.
Okay, I forgot then what, we got from Arclight. But then the other...
Arclight didn't give you anything yet, technically. They promised to get you the location of a criminal organization called the Drawn.
Yes!
Yes. Zandon
Drawn Consortium.
I'm sorry.
Syndicate. The crime boss. The bad people. The drugs.
Drawn Consortium.
Yes.
Porkin Mobsters. Zandon Chase was the name of the manager.
Yes.
Yes. And Shepard is off trying to buy a highly illegal cloning device.
Yeah. No big deal.
Yeah. From the also highly illegal Yin Brotherhood. Illegal for their existence, because they are all clones.
Oh no!
They're highly illegal.
Oh yeah, because I went to like there was like a ship kind of port, and it was just a bunch of ships lined up, all selling stuff out of like their vessels, and one of them was like a hacker who had like a weird skull.
Yeah, he had a skull. A pet
Yes,
necrovirus.
Pet skull, and as removed communications from the comm bead, and offered a contact. Yeah, and tried to scam Shepard out of money.
Yeah, speaking of hubris and pet Indoraptors, that's definitely an example of it.
Yeah.
My pet necrovirus, which will never break free of my control and do anything bad.
Yeah, it's a closed network. I just plug stuff into it, it eats it up, and then...
Yeah. Wait, have
Anyway.
we mentioned to Jay about the Indoraptor and how Sin is just the Indoraptor?
Yeah, we did. I
Okay.
posted that
What?
GIF.
I'm just making sure you know, Jay.
I don't. What?
The Indoraptor is from like the new Jurassic World, and it's basically like a genetically modified raptor, Indo, T-Rex bullshit thing. And they use laser pointers to point at it with a frequency to attack things.
It's like supposed to be a domesticated raptor.
They-
Well,
That
obviously
is
it
completely
goes
accurate, and I haven't seen it. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Well,
fine.
me neither.
The way you post, you made a reaction video. It was like you look like a cat like doing a wiggle. I'm just like, yes, Sin's like I'm a cute little kitty with like a hunting thing. It's like this Indoraptor's gonna fucking kill us all.
Yes. It's not a very good movie, but I like watching dinosaurs, so I saw it.
Fake dinosaurs.
All right,
Anyway, we're torquing it.
we are torquing it. I think we should start with Shepard, because I think Shepard was due for a thing.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, doing some evil shit. Doing some evil shit.
Good and evil
Wanna
are
hit-
subjective, based off of the society.
All right, let me set up the next page, just because. Uh-oh, hold on.
Do I kind of get
Oh.
more soju?
Incorrect. Whoop.
Sure, you can get more soju. It's your turn to play.
Well, you said you were setting up stuff.
Yeah, I was just shrinking everybody else's heads and increasing the size of your head, because you're active in this area.
You fucking egoist.
I was gonna say you shouldn't increase the size of Shepard's head. He's already like kind of full of himself.
All right, Shepard, you head to the Aurum, and you are waiting outside of the attorney's office that Briscoe from Screen Tear pointed you to. This guy was a guy that facilitated the silencing of somebody's purchase of a Daxiv animator set.
Altori was the attorney.
Altori, yes. The office is slightly too tiny for you to enter, so you are just standing outside waiting. A small crowd is kind of gathered around you, and children are playing around your feet. Rain has come and gone. What are you doing during this time?
I mean, it's too small for me to go in? Is there... Is this a I take my head off and throw it in there so I can talk to someone kind of moment? Is that what you're trying to engage?
I'm just wondering if you're doing anything while standing there. Otherwise, you can just wait.
Otherwise, you'll go unconscious.
Yes. Otherwise, John will go to sleep. I feel like it's really inconspicuous to be outside and kind of in the way. Is there like a little alley on the side that I can kind of wait there at least?
Sure.
If not, then, I mean, Shepard might just kind of bend down and like knock on the door to get someone to come out.
Well, it's an office building.
Office building, gotcha. Is there a directory next to, like, the building itself that tells me exactly what floor this individual is on?
I don't like where you're going with this, but yes, there is.
What floor is it on?
I'll say the 37th floor.
Can I climb the side of the building like Rampage?
Would you like to climb to the 37th floor of this skyscraper?
I mean, it's either that or I wait outside.
Better not fail any checks.
Ooh, I know.
Won't that take you like an hour
I have
at
athletics.
least?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can climb a story in I guess maybe 30 minutes if you're fast.
Okay, so the other thing would be, are there any sort of, like, safety ladders on the outside, like fire escapes? Or a system for that?
I think it's perhaps too tall for a fire escape.
Okay.
Like, if you're gonna die that high up, you're gonna die.
Then, okay. I am going to ask anyone amongst the crowd if they would like to get paid to go inside to find this person for me.
A small SAR child looks up at you. I can go in.
So he's just gonna offer like, I don't know, like 50 ore. Because it's probably at least something to a kid, but meh.
A Hakan child raises their hand. Can I come in too?
Yeah, sure.
A little
50
human
50
child
or each.
raises their hand and says, I want to go in.
This is becoming a problem.
Becoming a problem, you say?
I'm going to ask the two to go in, and I will give another 50 gold to the extra kid, and I say, here you go. You do not need to follow them, though.
Okay. And they sit on your foot. It's like a little bench for them.
I feel like I'm collecting pigeons. Anyway, yeah, so I'm sending the kids in. I've paid them 50 ore. I just lost 150 to children.
The dog and cat child run inside the building, and they are quickly ushered out by security.
You're not getting your Ori back.
They come up to you and they say they didn't want to talk to us.
I asked them to return to the guards, or I ask them to go and get the guards to bring them outside. Say that their parent is waiting for them, or someone is waiting for them to, like, talk to the guard.
I'm gonna have you make a leadership check, and let's call this
Lead the children.
difficulty 1.
I feel like the children are only listening because Shepard is a cool giant robot.
Yes,
Probably.
that's probably why they were hanging out.
Yeah, they're listening because they can sense weakness.
Oh yes.
Well, they
Oh
can't
my-
kick my shins.
I did give you a difficulty 1 check, right?
Yeah.
The kids run inside, and then they run outside. Apparently they're being chased by the security guards who are shaking their fists at them and yelling expletives.
Okay, well,
Out of here, kids.
yeah, I mean, I guess at some point they probably run out the kids, and at least I can catch them, and I ask them for assistance.
Sure. You ask the guards. Hey, you kids, get out of here! Excuse me.
Apologies, I had sent the children in to get someone. As you can tell, I am too tall to enter your building.
Well, we can't really change that, mister.
Understandably, I am looking for Altori. Can you please let him know that I am currently waiting outside and wish to speak with him?
Sorry, I'm just updating.
Yeah, so.
Let's make a charm check. We'll call it difficulty... call it difficulty 2, but I'm going to upgrade it once with a story point.
Do I have to
So-
upgrade on my side for your thing or no?
You do. Sorry, that's a GM story point. Oh, shit. I updated it the wrong way. It was in the wrong sheet. You guys should have all 7 of them now. There we go.
Thanks.
Okay, you succeeded.
This is
Are you really
urgent.
gonna argue with a Titan? No, I guess not. You go inside. Make sure it doesn't do anything. And like 15 minutes later, the door opens once again, and a small, stout Torkin with a business suit and sunglasses and like taut blonde hair walks out and looks up at you. Can I help you? I was just about to end my shift in like 20 minutes.
Apologies, I was directed toward you from Briscoe. I am currently looking to...
He suddenly gets
He
extremely
goes-
nervous.
He goes silent. I wish to purchase items,
All right.
Jeez.
but I need assistance.
Let's have this be a... Oh, geez, you're deceiving them, right? No, you're speaking the
No.
truth.
Yeah, but I guess I've caught on
Coercion, I
to
guess?
at least
Coercion.
Some, yeah.
Okay.
I
Regardless of
realize
what
there's
you're
something weird
saying,
going on.
regardless of what you're saying, I think you're coercing them into submission. So, coercion
Just intimidating because I'm just tall.
is against discipline. They don't have discipline, so it's difficulty 2, but they have adversary 1. So upgrade it once. 1 purple, 1 red.
There's a lot of rolls. Can I use a story point and offer him money? Subtly?
Sure.
Okay. I forget. Booster upgrade.
It upgrades it.
Motherfucker!
You take 2 strain. But you can learn their desire or their fear, or conceal your true goal, or learn the true goal of the target. Okay, you want their desire. Their desire is greed.
I offer more money.
Listen, that's not enough, okay? Like, whatever you're offering, the fact that Briscoe told you about me is enough that I need to stay away from you. I'm sorry, but have a good day. I'm ending a little early. And he starts walking away.
I can offer more.
You can offer more, you say? Listen, I am not going to be bullied by somebody that thinks they're 10 feet tall, even if they are 10 feet tall and he pokes your shin. He's going to try and coerce you. I am the law around here, and I can bring it down on you with the full weight of Torkin's Senate. Yeah, we have a Senate. They don't do much, but they can get somebody in a load of trouble. Let's do coercion. What is your discipline?
My discipline is 2 yellow.
2 yellow doubloons. Okay, and I think they're going to try and boost themselves with a maneuver. Okay. Oh. Okay, they're going to inflict 3 strain, but they also have an ability, the full weight of the law, that allows them to inflict an extra 2 strain. So you take 5 strain.
Ow.
And they are going to learn your true goal of the encounter, which of course is to buy the Daxiv animators. He probably has
just want to buy things.
He's put 2 and 2 together that was what he got Briscoe for, to silence it, so he figures it out. He's going to use the 2 advantages to learn your flaw.
I think it's pride. Hold on.
Okay. Either way.
Yes, it's pride.
Either way. I think we should cut to somebody else.
Yes.
This has been a bit... Didn't think it was going to be this long, but we will power through. No Zoltan Rock yet, right? Okay. Got just double checking out. Yara. We also have yet to go to you for a bit. So let's do some Yara time.
Have me fixing stuff?
Yep. You are in the Kinu Hotel. It is, of course, as we figured out last time, heavily bird-themed. It's a pristine, clean-looking place. And your hotel is kind of luxurious, though it's a bit dimly lit just by your screens. You're just more comfortable that way. You've got like a bunch of different screens up, listening to a podcast, listening to a video
TV
essay.
From the standard one room and moved it into my room so I can have a commander.
You're listening to G Bomber Guy completely destroying Speed Hat 72 for their exploitation of random tourists on the street, and you're installing.
Who's gonna buy those dilapidated apartments, Speed Hat? Fucking Hydro Man.
And you are you're putting, what is it, NordVPN, Yord VPN on all of
SOAR VPN.
Yeah.
SAR VPN? We'll get there. I'm trying to... I was with the check last time. I was able to get access to the same software he's using to spy on everybody.
Yeah.
But I have to reverse engineer it so I can basically make it so we're got fake profiles.
Okay.
Because I don't want to raise too much suspicion, and I've already probably started to, which is why I need to work quickly.
Yes. Okay. So, forgery, I think we're going to, like, even though this is probably a computer's check, I think the computers is more for getting in. I think skullduggery is what we're going to use here. just to vary up the checks a bit. You can, of course, use science instead with your ability.
I might do that because my skullduggery is only 3 dice. Haha.
You look up a quick YouTube tutorial on how to make proxy accounts using Torkin's like UI.
Worse, I use an algorithm, a language model algorithm to program it.
Sure, this will
My
be easy.
computer science major. Computer science major is there
Are you
just to
sure
check
I'm
it.
the most evil character? Are you guys sure?
No, you're just
Hey,
the most overtly evil character.
Oh, Shepard's
Hey! In a world, in a space station where we've been mining places for like all the resources, there's got to be enough energy, right? We're not gonna run out of resources, are we?
Sure. It's only a place that relies on water and its scarcity. Anyway, let's call this difficulty, let's call it difficulty 3. This is pretty hard because it needs knowledge of computers to do it. But it's going to be skullduggery, but you're going to use science, I presume.
Yep, and I want to use the story point.
Okay. That was
Let me
always
see.
allowed.
An upgrade for the check. All right, science. Oops.
Oh, nice. A bunch of successes. I'm going to say
No
that...
triumphs.
No triumphs. I'm going to say that you were able to create 4 of the accounts. Perhaps you'll need to like do another check to make additional ones. But I'll decrease the difficulty now that you've gotten through like some of the first stages. Also, you got a advantage. You can spend that to either boost yourself or just remove a strain.
I was going to ask that. Since it's a new session, do we get any of our strain back, or we still stay in the strain we had?
Nope.
I will remove a strain. That's important.
Yes. You get strain back at the end of an encounter, not necessarily the end of a session.
Okay.
Though, if an encounter did end last time, and you didn't, then might be something to check. Either way, I'm not going to scrub through the previous session. Alright, so... You're watching a YouTube video while things are like loading, getting back some strain. When I'm gonna have you make a no, not any check. You hear something outside of your headphones, and you pull them off and look around. The room is empty. Now make a perception check. This is going to be difficulty. This is going to be difficulty. Hold on a second. No reason.
Can I utilize my familiar?
Yeah, as long as you can usually just apply that to the roll. I think. Like if it's in there,
I think it just adds a. It's either. I think it just applies a boost die. That's all it does.
Okay. Okay, they are going to. Not that there is a they. I am going to spend a story point.
Okay, so what's this difficult?
You're going to add 2 failures to this check. And the difficulty is going to be difficulty 5. One of them is red.
I cannot make that.
You never know.
Never say never.
There's blanks on all the dice. Oh, but I did give you 2 fails, so...
You gave me 2 fails.
Are you...
I failed it then because of the 2
Yeah,
fails.
that's true.
Oh,
I got a triumph though.
you get the triumph. That's interesting. I think that it warrants to notice something vital in the encounter, or do something vital in the encounter.
Can you describe what's happening, and then maybe I can bounce off of that?
Yeah. And we'll figure out what the threats do. Maybe I can actually utilize those. Okay, you get up, and maybe you just like look around. Who's there? You walk around to where you heard the noise, and it looks like the vent on the floor is askew, and one of the screws has fallen out. It looks like it fell down, as if somebody had just tried to reseal it and made a mistake.
Sin, you there?
I was thinking that, yes.
You notice
I guess
the vent,
Yara kind
but
of realizes
unless
now nobody
Sin's,
else is there.
yeah, Sin would have made themselves apparent. somebody else is here. You're not sure where, though. And as you're looking around, you see your weapon, like, on the bed in the other room, and you go looking for it, when suddenly your hamstrings fall out behind you and you fall prone. Let's roll for initiative.
Your hamstrings fall out?
Yeah, can you describe what
somebody,
happened there?
maybe
did I get whacked?
I'm probably getting the description wrong. Somebody kicked you behind your knees, and you fell down.
All right.
Yeah. So you gotta take it out. The wording
Could
was
be
just
vital
right.
to the encounter.
Yeah, perhaps
here.
hamstrings wasn't the right word. What is the area behind your knees?
It's just the back of your knees. The hamstring is a muscle group, so saying those fell out is like, oh yeah, they're just
Well, Yara's got a critical injury now, type thing.
Sure. That part, your entire body is now on the ground. Anywho, it's going to be initiative.
All that matters is prone. Yeah.
You could also call it a knee pit.
Let's have you
cool
roll.
vigilance.
Let's have you roll vigilance, and they're going to roll cool.
Well, that was incorrect because I got all the things still.
Oh yeah, you got to remove those. Oh, we got a ton of turns here.
All right.
There we go. Okay, now we got all the turns in order. Cool beans. They're gonna go first. And let's just have them use a bioshiv to attack you. So you're prone. Target is prone. Melee, they get a boost. Is what that happens.
I don't have my cool armor yet.
They are also attacking from hiding. So I'm going to give them... They get any advantages? No, you got threats on your check. Alright. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the pool. What is your armor and defense?
I think my defense is 2 because I took a talent for it. I'm just double checking that. It's either 2 or 1. I don't have armor that prevents damage, I believe. I have soak 1.
Okay, soak doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay, let's do... Wow.
What?
Yay!
What's the problem?
No, I guess I never checked Yara's sheet. You said Yara's has soak 1. You have at least soak 2. You get soak equal to your brawn as a baseline.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
I
have
have
soak
3. Yeah, no, I was
okay.
wrong.
Cool. Sorry.
I'm trying to figure out my defense. I think my defense is actually 1 because I don't got the special armor on. I don't have the bubble on. I don't have
Okay.
like just a hostile environmental clothing on.
Defense is the one that's the default at 0, unless you wear something.
Yes.
I
Okay.
don't think hostile environmental clothing. I have to double check that one.
So I re-rolled it. I was just going to re-roll both of the setbacks as 1 dice. So we're going to this is actually going to be a successful hit. You are going to take... you're going to take 3 damage. Your soak is 3. They have pierced 2, so you take 1 damage.
Can I recognize the attacker, or at least what they look like, from the Triumph earlier?
Yeah.
Now that they've attacked him.
Well, the Triumph was noticing the vent, but either way...
Well, that's nothing.
You noticed
ain't
someone was
shit.
in the room. Otherwise, you would have gone back to what you were doing. So you get knocked prone as the thing kicks your legs out from behind your knees, and you fall on the ground. And then they stab you in the side, but you manage to roll out of the way, only getting a grazing blow. You look up, and you can see a sort of chameleonic silhouette of a short creature with large ears and what looks like some equipment on it. It is a Yssaril creature. They have natural chameleon abilities. Let's have you take a turn, and then we're going to move to the club.
All right. I'm going to try and turn this into a social encounter. I'm going to threaten them by saying, you don't know who you're messing with. I'm doing important work for important people. You're going to regret it if you do anything to me.
Okay.
And I just motion to all the stuff that's going on.
call it a
People
coercion
know what's
check.
going on here. Yeah.
I'm going to give you 2 setbacks on this.
Could I do this as deception, possibly?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Only because I have a little bit better with that. Because obviously, I mean, we do work for important people, but not in the way that I'm kind of making it out to be. You said 2 setbacks?
Yeah, you're going to have 2 setbacks. And this is going to be difficulty because it's deception. It's against vigilance. Their vigilance is 3. Difficulty 3.
Yeah, it's a top.
Okay, that's a success. Stressful success. We'll say that you take a additional setback for your next roll. I'll just give you one of these. And they're going to take 3 damage. 3 strain damage. They kind of back away cautiously, realizing that they've been noticed. And that their stab didn't work as well as they thought it did. I'm going to say that they're going to turn and run, but you can figure out what to do with that in a moment, because we're going to go to the club. Let's change the ambience, perhaps. And we can clear the initiative. We know whose turn it is.
We're going to the club.
Going to the club. All right. You guys enter the club, Club Glub. Once again, there's like tubes with Hylar that are dancing inside of it. Some dancing like for an expecting audience, and others like kind of dancing with them, almost like they were part of the crowd. There are other people on poles in front of a large aquarium that's abutting the large reservoir that Torkin is like circumnavigating around. Like it's built up around. And yeah, there's plenty of people here and plenty of things to do. Thraz, Nolly, and Sin, you guys are allowed in by the bouncer. And what do you want to do?
Nolly is sort of like just looking around wide-eyed at everything, and then she looks over to Thaz. She's like, "Okay, so when does the fun stuff? When does that happen? The stuff the people were doing and all the advertisements. Where do I go to do that?"
Oh dear, I don't think you haven't been clubbing at all, or anything like that.
Thraz, I was literally born, and she thinks for a little bit, like 6 months ago. I've never been clubbing.
We will unpack that another time. So, why don't we, he like starts looking around. A Winnu walks up to you guys. Hey guys, do you want to get a drink or anything? Like any drinks or anything? Maybe you could buy me a drink?
Nolly looks at Thaz. Do I buy him a drink? What do I do?
Let me take care of this. Why don't you just go hang out with this person, and I'm going to speak to one of my colleagues, perhaps, about this Sin. Protect Nolly. And then Thraz goes up to...
I love that he just doesn't finish the sentence. Sin is so fucking grateful that he was given some sort of direction. He's a little overwhelmed.
Yeah. And then the Winnu just kind of like their head lolls around. Or we could go dance. Do you want to dance? He looks at Sin and then like kind of looks at Nolly. Perhaps more so at Nolly. Once he realizes Sin is a weird Krius thing.
Yeah.
He gives like 2 big thumbs up. Yes, that's literally what I came here for. Just, I mean, I know how to do it. I just, I want to make sure you know how. So why don't you show me to where the people dance?
All right. He runs out to the dance floor, like with your arm on his, and Sin is probably like following closely behind.
Yep.
And you guys start dancing.
Oh, gosh. Do we roll for it?
This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, you guys can roll to have a good time.
I was gonna say well or poorly is the dancing going?
I would accept. I would accept coordination or streetwise.
Okay.
Ooh, fun.
And I think that coordination, they'll both be difficulty 2.
Okay, heard.
All right, that looks like 2 successes. You guys can recover 1 strain each, fittingly.
Yay!
Sin is perhaps the better dancer. You guys are dancing, and there's a whole bunch of people like crowding around you. This Winu is like kind of like smiling and dancing with you. Then they kind of like go behind you like in a spinning move, and then they kind of like slump over, and then their head like turns awkwardly towards you, and they pull a knife off of their thigh. Before Sin can do anything, Nolly, you leap into action, and Rasa takes over for a split second and just dumps this guy over your shoulder. He falls onto the ground unconscious.
Yeah, and Nolly blinks a little bit, looks down at him, and then is like, huh, I guess he couldn't handle it. Oh well.
Hey, did you guys... Oh, a bouncer over here. And one of the mecha bouncers kind of like zooms onto the, stomps onto the dance floor. This the one? Yeah, get rid of him. They hurl him onto their back, and then they just stomp out of Club Glub. Hey, you need to be careful. Thank you for watching on to Nolly, Sin. It can be dangerous in these clubs.
I did nothing. But yes.
Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to find some people for you to dance with that are not wasted or whatever was wrong with that guy. Anyway, hey.
What? No, I'm not thirsty.
Okay, well, you will be. You'll work up a sweat. Hey, Nolly, over there. There's a group of people over there. They look pretty cool, huh? They're Yordians. Huh? You want to hang out with them? And he points out. He just points and directs your head towards a small group of people. One has like a flare of blue hair on top of their head and like neon blue tattoos. Another one has like a darker skin and the pointed ears of a Torkin. Their head is shaved, and another one has bright red lipstick and dark brown hair, and sort of like paler features, but again, even longer ears of a Torkin, probably stylistic. Anyway, they're just hanging out and dancing with each other. Come on, Nolly.
Yeah.
It's all about confidence. Confidence, right?
And Nolly like looks at him and she nods. She's like, yeah, okay. Oh wait, you mean them? Yeah, sure. Okay, all right.
He grabs onto your jacket again, and he goes, and he like gets close to you, like in the loud pumping of the music. And Thraz is like, listen, just don't do any of that weird secret agent stuff, okay? And maybe don't take out your snub gauntlets. It can frighten normies, you know?
Okay, got it.
He pats you on the back and says, good luck, kid. Why are you doing it to the music? Alright, Sin. Let's go get a drink or something. Let Nolly enjoy themselves.
Are you sure she doesn't need protection?
Listen, Sin, she needs to, like, cut loose. She's been through traumatic stuff. You and I, we're adults. Like, Nolly just needs some time with people her age, instead of a bunch of grumpy old men and whatevers, tramping around the galaxy and getting killed every day.
No, that's a good point. Okay, I'll be close by if ever she needs it.
Yeah, but in the meantime, enjoy yourself.
Longingly and follows Thraz.
Thraz goes up to a bar to drink. Did you say no?
Sin was kind of enjoying dancing, so he's gonna sit down make sure nobody is drugging Thraz's drink.
All right. Thraz goes to the bar and he starts flirting with everybody nearby to try and get a free drink.
Sin is like sitting like slowly bobbing back and forth to the music.
Yeah, pretty much.
I imagine their head like
Since
floats
like,
a little,
tall.
like Rayman style, and it's like just kind of bobbing up and down in a U shape back and forth, like the What Is Love people.
There's some swaying.
Okay, Nolly, you go up to this group of people.
Yeah, Nolly is sort of like is dancing over. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sure. You can describe your entry.
I was saying, yeah, Nolly dances over and sort of like dances near them and sort of catches the eye of one of them. Then she's like, "Your hair looks great. You guys are really cool."
They kind of look at each other and smirk. So, where are you from? The blue-haired one shouts. They seem to be like the leader of the group if they had alphas in this world.
I'm from, well, I don't, I'm from Arcturus, Sumerian Station.
The girl kind of like arcs an eyebrow. A Sumerian girl, huh? Well, you'll be right at home here. There's plenty of partying here, too. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go dance.
Yeah, I love dancing, but I do a lot of that.
The girl like puts her arm around your shoulder. My name's Star. Guy over there is Strings. And guy with the blue hair, his name's Ento. Viz, we call him. He's apparently one of the higher ups in Torkin. At least his dad is. But it means that we get lots of free drinks.
Woo, clink, clink, clink.
All right. They are going to the dance floor. Why don't we have? Well, you got a success on your coordination check, right? So yeah. I think we still maintain that. Why don't you try to impress them somehow? Maybe that's what we do.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be a minion group of 3, is what we're going to call them. What do you want to do?
Well, I don't want to necessarily just run back another, like, coordination check to try and bust out some cool dance moves, so maybe I'll just do Streetwise instead, because you said that was the other option.
Yeah, maybe you try and impress them with some local lingo or some hotspots that you visited to try to show them that you know your way around.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, she will do that.
Okay. But, I mean, yeah, I guess it's difficulty too.
Sorry. Yeah, I jumped the gun. If you want to change the difficulty, absolutely.
Just add a red to that.
Okay.
I was going to do it versus they're cool.
Sorry, lost in the skills.
Lost in the sauce.
Okay, well, you still succeed. In fact, even better somehow. You do get 3 threats. So I think they're going to. I think they're gonna learn your fear. Maybe you're a little shaky on the delivery.
Yeah, her fear is isolation. She is afraid of being alone.
All right.
And in particular, being taken advantage of when she's alone.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing that she's alone and we're going to take advantage of her.
Yeah, right. I'm just going to switch the fan. It'll be like 2 seconds.
Okay. Making okay. Okay. I think they're going to take a turn, at least.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, they're going to take a turn. They are going to suffer 2 strain. Let's give it to Strings for now. And they're going to gain 2 advantage on this check with their ability called Peer Pressure. Oh, no! The pressure!
Under pressure.
Shit, where are my notes? Where the fudge are my notes? Alright. Strings explains, hey, so we're all from Torkin U. What are you like learning? You know, like what's your major? You look about college age, right? and they're trying to like fish out of you that maybe you're not a cool college kid. So I'm gonna call this coercion. What is your cool? Sorry, your discipline.
No, at least discipline for you is going to be red, red, purple, purple.
Red, red, purple, purple.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's do that. Red, red, purple. They're gonna get 2 advantage on this, and we do coercion.
All right.
Wow. I don't know how that worked. I guess I guess it's possible. Okay, they're gonna reveal perhaps their flaw. This group is kind of a bit shallow. And they deal 5 strain to you. Sorry, 6-7 strain to you, because they have another ability called Mean.
Oh, they're mean.
They deal an additional 2 strain when they try to coerce somebody else. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have given you that because I forgot about the 2 advantage. Either way, you take 7 strain.
Okay. I could just not use it.
Yeah. Alright, so, Sin, what are you doing while at the bar? I'm gonna just presume Thraz is continuing his escapades. You're watching Thraz, so do you want to, like, do a perception check?
Sure.
Alright, we'll call,
What's the difficulty?
call it difficulty 2.
Or-
Alright, a success and an advantage. You can cure a strain. You notice that Thraz is kind of using some like street lingo and like hand signs and stuff. It looks like he's doing more than just ordering drinks. It looks like he's trying to gather information while he's here. But you're not quite sure what. It's very loud in here.
That's fair. I'm going to use a talent of mine called Silent Communication to ask if he needs me to be here or if I can, like, wander off on my own.
He kind of like silently shoos you away, like come on, the cool kids are talking.
Okay. Sin will take that cue and sort of tap on the counter twice as like, you know how to get me here if you need me. And he goes back out to the dance floor because it was a happy reminder of other times. So Sin is going to go back to dancing.
All right. Speaking of happier times, you go out onto the dance floor, and you're stopped by some other folks that you didn't see in all of the chaos going on around you. There are a pair of Creuse. They're standing tall above you, and they like you bump into them, and you kind of like instinctively cringe a little, like ferally, like almost snarling at them if you had a mouth.
Yep.
And they just look down at you and then look at each other, and then they snicker to themselves. What is this thing doing out here? I'm not sure. Do you think it's broken? Let's go to Fall Street. I think it's time to do some Krav things.
We're getting bullied, Nolly.
Oh, I love
Is
it.
it that
From
much
across
better?
the city, you
Is it
hear.
really that much worse than being attacked and assassinated?
I
Oh, you
suppose.
took 1 damage. Don't be such a baby.
No, but your character's being attacked is different than your other
That's
character
fair.
being attacked.
Okay, as you guys are being bullied across the city, you just hear a very faint ha ha.
That's what you get for going to the club.
All right. Okay, so no Zaldenrock, so we're going to perhaps improv a bit with him. I'll just play Zaldenrock for a moment.
If you have
Oh
questions,
boy,
Joey
I
said
sure want to
you
shoot
can-
everything on sight.
Oh boy, I sure love shooting everything.
Would you care for an apple, kind sir? Pulls out sniper rifle. Not right now,
No,
Solving
it's
Rock.
place it on your head first. I want to prove something.
I have something to prove. There's a chip on my shoulder. Anywho, Solving Rock is like following you close behind. I think he wasn't stalking you. I think he was just like traveling with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like I asked him if he had anything other to do, and it's like not really. So like he and I am aware that he's following.
Okay, that's concern one out of the way.
Shane says that he is available for any questions that need answering.
Okay, awesome.
So
So
ask him if he's winning the sports ball.
so what are we doing here? I mean, this is a pretty seedy part of town. You didn't quite explain what you were doing.
I'm investigating, so lay low.
Well, you have to tell me what you're investigating, or else I can't help you. I have skill.
Okay. Zaldenrock never wants to help me. That's out of character.
No, he wants to help you because he wants to stay close to you. It's a tactic.
Fair.
Like all you gotta do is stick around. Don't worry about it.
Grumble, grumble. Grr. As you are sitting
Like
here.
he's here.
Grumble,
It's
grumble.
like he never left.
Hold on, I just need to rename something. Cool. As you are looking around, Krav, why don't we get an investigation isn't a skill in this. Fuck, what is it? Streetwise, I suppose, unless you have a different way to try to search for the NLU in a seedy district.
Perception?
Well, I did mention the thing about the back in the. I mean, I guess it'll still be streetwise, but I know that the symbols they use, so there's got to be something there.
Now, I would consider that a streetwise check then.
Yeah.
We'll call it difficulty 3. But I'll give you a boost since you are familiar with the NLU.
Okay. There's a boost. I'm going to use primacy because I'm bad at skull investigating. So I'll grade 4 times. A quick double check.
Depending on how it goes, I'll ask you how you're using primacy to do this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, let's see. Streetwise, right?
Yep. Well, that was certainly primal. You got a triumph and 3 advantages, and you succeeded. How do you want to do this?
You know what? Because I'm like looking around, I look lost. So I assume the investigation is success. Like they approach me. Kind of deal. Like me being looking out of place and looking around seems like I'm eager and an easy mark. So whatever is happening, it happens. They underestimate me and approach me.
Okay. You see a bunch of people, like in a crowded area. One of them has their eyes on you. It looks like they're an armed Letnev, standing next to another Letnev who is not paying as much attention. This one is staring you down, though, and kind of like leans over to the person that's beside them and whispers something in their ear, and then they kind of like look over their shoulder. And then they nod at the one in armor, and they walk over towards you.
So they're openly in like military garb when you say armor.
They do have. I'm gonna say it's not Letnev armor. It looks more like infantry, like generic armor.
Okay, but they're openly carrying and such.
Yes, they are openly military. They head over to you and they grab the scruff of your coat and say, "What are you doing here?" And they're gonna try a coercion, I think.
Okay, so coercion versus was it like, what would it be?
That's gonna be versus discipline.
Okay, my discipline is 3 yellows.
All right. I can also say that with those 3 advantages, you could learn a desire or fear of this target, or you could learn their true goal in this encounter.
I think the true goal is just to investigate me, so I think I know that. I guess the fear.
Okay. They... well, that's interesting. I think their fear is... I think their fear is discovery. They fear being discovered. Which, shame, they've been discovered.
Yep, that's very obvious.
So they're going to try and coerce you. What is your discipline?
The 3 yellow.
Right, 3 yellow. Okay, coercion. What is coercion? Because they don't have it normally. Willpower. Oh, great.
Their voice crack.
Yeah. Look at that roll. Cool. They get 2 threats, so you can learn their strength or their flaw, or take a boost if you want.
I can do a strength. What is their strength?
Their strength is that they are cautious.
Well, they blew it.
All right. So they failed. They're going to take 2 strain. So they have you by the scruffs. Hey, cool it, lady.
Okay, they have him as like a.
What are you doing here?
I'm gonna look around. There's like I believe it's called walking, and I was enjoying that until your rudeness interfered. State what are you doing to me? And I'm just gonna like push his arms down.
They scoff. You're obviously not from around here, and you're not with us. What are you doing so far from Arc Prime?
Is this how you talk to every tourist, or did your parents not teach you any manners?
Perhaps that's a coercion.
Yeah,
This
I
is
guess
normal Letnev conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, to most Letnev, they're like, oh, these guys are friends.
It's like the Talarians in Star Trek.
Yeah, or it's like Italians with their fists waving. It's like
It's like the Talarians. Or Italians. Yeah, like Italians.
okay, what's the difficulty for my coercion?
So their discipline is... Okay, their discipline is 1. Wow.
You know what? I feel sassy. I want to use my ruinous repartee. Okay, let's see. Once per encounter, make an opposed charm or coercion versus discipline. Okay. If successful, target strain suffers twice the character's presence. So let's see if I make it.
Ooh.
Okay, coercion. Okay, I made it. So it suffers twice, so it suffers 8 strain.
They suffer 8 strain. Well, they're willing to compromise. Kablowy. And you get 3 advantages, however you want to spend those.
Let's see. Okay, plus 1 additional strain per, so it's actually 9, and then the per success I heal 1, and then let's see. Are they incapacitated?
They're not incapacitated, no.
Okay, understood. All right, then I guess I'll just heal. Drain.
All right. They shake their heads and say, listen, you get out of here, or there's going to be trouble. We won't be letting you interfere. Now walk back the way you came. And I guess they'll try a coercion against you.
Yeah. 3 yellows.
Doot, doot, doot. Do we have any story points? Yeah, but not a lot. I guess they will just do it then. They do get an extra success. I forgot that they're Letnev. Well, that is a success then. So they're gonna take...
Hey, that's a success?
Because they need to have one added, because they're a Letnev.
Oh, okay. That's what you... Okay.
Yep, they're gonna take a setback, though, from the threat. The last one also should have been a neutral, so they shouldn't have taken damage. But it's neither here nor there.
Yeah. That's fine. That's
Just +2. Alright, so that's gonna be a success. You take 3 strain.
Okay.
And yeah, they ask you to leave, is what they did. They're gonna let you leave without harming you, is their compromise.
All right. It's like I go over demo where please. It's like if you wish to discuss turf, why don't you call the authorities over this?
They kind of shift unsettledly. Trying to coerce them.
I guess that counts as coercion.
Yeah.
Man, we just do not have this. We just do not talk nicely to each other.
Nope.
God, I love talking to these people.
Now this is conversation.
Well, that is 6. That is enough. They are willing to relent. And you could spend the 2 things maybe for a boost if you want. You just shove them out of the way and head towards where the person they were protecting is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Excuse me. We're not done talking. We're done talking. Zaldenrock sticks out his tongue, and you just like walk past them. It looks like there is a Letnev here, just wearing plain clothes and what looks like armor underneath their cloak. Some light armor of sorts. They're talking to a Nazroka that is bearing no marks of their own. But they seem rather upset at your sudden intrusion. Who is this? You said that there wouldn't be any others. I don't know who this is. Despite the fact that they are Letnev, they are not with me. I expect that we are going to have problems. He then reaches for a pistol at his side, as does the Nazroka start leaning under the table. Let's go back to Shepard.
Yay!
All right. Shepard, you were talking to Tori.
Who's ready to just walk away, basically.
Yeah, he just dismisses you and says, listen, I can bring the entire weight of Torkin law down upon your head if you bring up anything, any threat against me. And then he just starts walking away, which brought you to over half strain.
Yes. I think I'm going to try a Hail Mary and be like, you could have said that you just cannot provide me with the items that I need. I apologize. I am a tourist and I do not know all of the necessities for traveling within this town, but I came here looking for useful items. But I will find someone else who is, better, basically.
Okay. I forget. Was that one of their motivations that you're using?
Greed was, specifically.
Right. So you're trying to upsell it.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, I guess you can't give me what I need, and I'll just go find somebody else then. Bye. It's rude politeness.
Okay. Sounds like you're trying to charm them with the money or negotiate.
I guess I was more targeting them socially, they're inept.
Okay.
They're
I need
incapable, but...
I need a social contest word. I need a skill name.
It's not really negotiations. But I'll just do negotiations because Skill Monkey.
Sure.
I don't know what that one would be, I'm sorry.
Well, I offered negotiation or charm.
Alright, then I will definitely use negotiation.
Okay, so that's against their negotiation. Their negotiation is 3 reds. And 1 purple because of adversary.
Fuck it. Why am I talking to this person?
Gotta. He knows what you need to know.
He knows what I need to know. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
You can also use a story point if you
I was
want.
thinking of using a story point.
You can also aim if you want.
Aim would be nice, because then maybe it's like, oh, Briscoe said you were the best of the best or something, so I can use that to kind of play it up.
Yeah, I didn't come to Briscoe to rat you out. I came because I needed somebody with connections.
I need quality connections. So is that a boost?
Yeah.
Okay. Adding a boost. And I'm gonna use against all odds to make that a success.
Hell yeah. Against all odds. Even though this is, by all standards, this guy would just be like, all right, have fun. He kind of like the wheels start turning and he like looks back at you and pulls his shades down with a finger. Just how much money do you have?
I have enough. When has a Titan ever approached you for any sort of business negotiations?
Also, he's willing to compromise now. Also, that's a critical remark, actually.
The triumph.
Yeah, so that actually fills him up entirely.
I hurt his feelings. Oh no. That's great.
Your critical remark can be that you've come into some fame recently as a set of legs behind a really viral video, and you're sure that you can find somebody else that would be able to like facilitate you. He like rushes up to you at this point and goes, wait. We don't need somebody famous going around looking and asking questions of me. So why don't we just keep this between us, and you can deal with me, and maybe I can help you. Okay? What are you looking for? You looking for the Daxiv animators?
That is correct. Oh, a wise yeah, just Shepard is very like, yeah, you got me tailed like to a point, so good job. Yes, please give me stuff. Also, I wasn't trying to be rude. I just really want shit.
All right. I'll tell you what. I don't have them, but I did help my client quiet down their purchase of them. I think they might have exhausted their use of them, or at least maybe they know where they might be now. I can't get them anymore, but I can tell you who I got them for. Their name is Neath Charum.
Can you type that in?
No. Yes.
Neath.
Neath. I'm trying to copy and paste it. I just have a lot of notes.
Okay.
They're a collector in the city. They're right here in the Aurum, actually. That building over there. And he points towards the tallest building adjacent to the reservoir. It's unmarked, but it looks rather lavish. There's like marble columns on the outside of the roof of the building that tips up to a point, almost like Empire State Building looking. There's a lot of Art Deco going on, in spite of the utilitarian rest of the city.
Does Ultori, Shepard just basically will ask him, would you like me to pay you for your troubles, or do you want to just for me to go away?
Listen.
In case it affects his
If you make a deal with Neath, I will get a hefty finder's fee. So don't you worry about it, Mr. Shepard. All right. Well, Ultori's going to introduce you, okay? Come on, follow me. Doors should be big enough for you. You can crouch, right?
I can do many things.
All right, come on, follow me. He starts walking, kind of like hobbling back and forth because his shoulders are so wide. Just walking down the street towards the penthouse of Neath Charum. Let's go to Yara, who is getting assassinated.
Technically, they're running away.
Right.
It's their turn now, right?
It is their turn. They're going to try and get the fuck away. So let's see. I think this is going to be coordination against your coordination. So what is your coordination?
It's coordination.
Or athletics. I will also allow athletics.
I was gonna ask to change. I was gonna try and shoot them to slow them down.
You do
So
not
I
have
still
access to your
hamstring.
gun. It is on the bed and you tripped.
Okay. Coordination's not great.
Is your athletics okay?
Neither are great. Athletics is 2, and coordination is 3.
Okay. Which would you like to use?
I guess I'll use coordination.
Okay. They will roll against your 3. Do. And do I have story points? You used one, right, Shepard? They did.
Yes, and I didn't hit the button. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'll just use it so you don't have to touch it again.
Wait, no, I aimed.
Oh, I thought you aimed and used a story point.
I just aimed.
Okay. Well then, in that case, I will not use a story point. I'll just roll normally. Yeah. Actually, yeah, we'll do this. Okay. They got a success and they got a threat, so they're gonna take a setback, I think, to their next check. They quickly burst through the vent, ripping the thing off of its hinge, and scrambling inside. Their chameleon effect is like flickering as they leave, and you see a green foot disappear behind the vent. Your coordination, you jump towards the bed and aim your beam pistol towards them, but it's too late and they're gone. They're now in the vents. You might still be able to find them and catch them. It is your turn. But I will note, you cannot fit in this vent.
Yeah. Okay. How big is this building? This is a pretty damn big building.
It's a pretty large building, yeah. It is a skyscraper hotel.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll just go do computer stuff. Can I pull up my Servanta just see if I can pull up a blueprint of this building? I want to basically set up a map.
All right. You try to create a map of the building, or find a map of the building. Let's do computers. We'll call it difficulty 2. Yeah. It's difficulty 2. And you have a
Basically,
setback.
my only hope, well, I have a knack for it, so that setback goes away.
Oh, okay. It works.
I never get to use that. Yeah, Yara's plan is to basically see if she can map it, then using the algorithm that from the guy to basically then track this person eventually. Because there ain't no way she can just do it through perception alone.
All right.
I get to roll 2 boost die.
Okay. If you
I don't
want.
know how I do that. Well, I want to recover strain, that's the only reason why. Actually, I get to roll 4 boost die.
Why didn't you just add them to the roll?
It only happens when I have the triumphs.
Wait, if you
Oh,
get
wait,
triumphs, you get to add boosts? What?
No, it's only with knowledge checks, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a weird talent thing.
Well,
Okay, but I think I got the map and some neat things happen.
Okay. You got the map, so you have knowledge of the building and its ventilation layout. It looks like they're probably headed for the elevator shaft, where they can probably quickly descend, assuming they've made preparations. You got 2 triumphs. I'm going to say that you notice that one of your savants is missing on the table. It looks like you didn't notice when they grabbed one of them. You did notice when they were trying to leave and the vent had moved. So you notice that they have one of your savants. And I'm going to say with your other triumph,
I'd be able to process of elimination it probably.
Perhaps. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What do you want to do with your other triumph? What do you think would be a good thing for this?
Vital to the encounter.
Ooh, maybe you find a way to corner them. If you can disable the elevator or something, or loosen the elevator, you might be able to,
I know that I know
release
which
it.
elevator. Yeah, I know which elevator they're going to go into, so I'm going to basically force an emergency thing as soon as I see somebody get onto it. So sorry, everybody else, but I'm looking for a guy.
Sorry, everybody in the
trap them
elevator.
in the elevator until I can figure out which specific one they're in. Like, I know the group of them, so I'm going to basically do the emergency thing on the elevator to trap them inside, and then I'm going to try and, hack into the system to see where they exactly are. So I run to the hallway, head to the elevator, and I pull the emergency brake on that set of elevators.
All right. Cool. The elevator has stopped. It is their turn. I think they're going to... let's see. So you're like in the elevator and you press the emergency stop button.
I'd probably be on the outside.
You can stop the elevator from the outside.
It depends on how you want to set this up. I was thinking I could just hack the system to be able to do that.
You're not in the system. You just have a map of the building.
Okay, then I guess I would have had to step into an elevator to do that.
Okay. We'll say that you had enough time for that. And the triumph was that you were lucky enough that the elevator was on the same floor you were on. Out of all of them. So you were able to just rush inside an emergency stop. I'm going to say the Yssarl is going to... they're going to try some skullduggery, I think. Yeah, that's probably right. I think that's the right skill for what they're trying to do. I also just noticed that all of their skills are written incorrectly. I have brawn as the character trait for all of their skills. Even stealth.
Flexes muscles for conversations.
I thought they were dexterous little guys.
They are, but I wrote the skills down wrong, like stealth, brawn, perception, brawn, coordination, brawn.
Knowledge, brawn.
Just
That's right.
harder.
Okay.
Think harder. Make answer come.
Okay, it looks like all of them are cunning, I think. Is perception cunning? Yeah. Okay, they're all cunning.
Toughest goblins you've ever seen.
I swear to God. Alright, we're gonna call this a... we're gonna call this a hard skullduggery check. They succeed with a threat. Oh, they have a setback. I need to apply that. It's not gonna cause them to fail, but... Okay, doesn't do much. But we'll keep their setback on them with this other threat. Alright. Yara, you've stopped them and you're trying to hack into the systems to find out exactly where they are. Maybe you can like blow them out of the vent or something. When suddenly the red lights come on the elevator and it jolts a second. You hear footpads plodding on the top of the elevator and you hear some sort of like high-pitched and you can see sparks flying down the crack in the doorway. They're cutting the line on the elevator. And it snaps. The elevator starts plummeting. Let's go to somebody else. Let's go to the club. Gotta put on the music, of course. Okay. Nolly, you were the popular kids. They just asked you, like, hey, what school do you go to? Like, what are you studying?
And Ollie like floundered and stuttered and got embarrassed because of it.
I'm actually between schools right now, kind of between planets. They kind of like look at each other and laugh. They're kind of mean like that. And you crumble at the first sign of peer pressure that you've had in your life. You didn't even get through like elementary school to have that experience behind you. So this is a new sensation for you. Congratulations.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, why don't you take a turn?
I would love to take a turn.
Okay.
Nolly is going to get her second wind for her little stream, and then for her action, she's actually going to come back with, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to university. I'm kind of doing my own thing. You know, I'm hopping planets. I'm mysterious. I come from Arcturus. I could do anything. I could be, you know, maybe I'll work in side jobs. Maybe I'm a mercenary. Maybe I'm dangerous. And I'm going to make a coercion check back at them.
Oh, I thought you were going to charm them.
No.
But yeah, coercion can be fine. So their discipline. What is their
They're
discipline?
all very rude people.
Their discipline is 1.
You just had a diss battle with another Letnev.
Yeah. No, that was their politeness.
So what are you looking for? What are you looking for, idiot?
And they get an upgrade. So you said it was 1 purple, but do they get an upgrade? Is it a red instead, or?
Hold on. Doobie-doobie-doo. Nope. They just have 1 purple.
Okay, I'm gonna use a story point to upgrade mine as well.
Gonna deal critical damage.
Hopefully.
Remember Thraz saying, "Don't pull out your snub gauntlets," and I got these snub gauntlets.
I'll fucking punch you.
Okay, you can deal a critical remark, or you can learn anything about them, any motivation anyway, and deal 4 strain to them. That's enough to knock out one of them. Get a little bit of the next one.
Yeah, and then she'll do a critical remark.
All right, that is then enough to. I'll just pile it over. All right, she goes down as well.
Yeah, they back off. They're like, "Whoa, whoa, we didn't mean anything by it." Like,
Hey, I was just curious about you. I didn't realize you were like off planets and stuff. That's pretty cool, huh, Viz? Yeah, I mean, and then Star like kind of grabs onto String's arm. Yeah, that's pretty cool, but like, you know, Viz here's a noble. Yeah, babe, but like, I'm going for fashion design. Nobody cares, Strings. And Viz is like, all right, well, you know what? Why don't we learn more about each other? We've done enough dancing. There's a table over there, and points to one of the booths nearby. You can see that there's like a sort of haze over it, and there's a haze like over all of the booths nearby. You haven't really seen these in any of the other bars that you've been to, but these are like privacy booths. They kind of like blur the faces of people inside and outside, and mute the voices of anybody passing through the field. Anyway, he nods his head, and they all follow him to a booth.
yeah,
Over here.
we'll follow as well.
All right. They're gonna sit down and at least try another action, and then we'll go over to Sin. Let's see. What do they talk to you about? Hey, why don't we get some drinks? Like, what's your poison? Like, you've had drinks before, right?
Yeah, so many. I've had so many I can't even remember them.
They're gonna coerce you into getting a drink. They start like recommending stronger and stronger cocktails. You could swear that one of them is not normally for humans, but you can't prove it. So let's have them do coercion.
Sure.
Actually, let's have them do deception.
Okay.
What is your vigilance?
Same as coercion. Yellow, yellow, red, red.
Oh, okay.
Or sorry, so purple, purple, red, red.
Yeah, I got it. 2 and 2.
Yeah, 2 and 2.
All right. Their minion group is down, so I actually need to downgrade the roll a little bit, but it's fine.
Yeah, weirdly, it was not intentional, but I've kind of made Nali a social tank.
Nothing affects her. Okay, they take 2 strain in response. All right, and I'll say that they take a setback, perhaps. So I'll just add a little setback to them. All right. Whoa, we got a big winner over here with their Tarkasian April Fizz, huh?
Yeah, I love that one.
Love that
Season
one.
for it.
It's in season. Oh yeah? Kind of like scratches his neck with his weird tattoo on it. Puts in an order on like a savant on the side of the table. And your drinks come later. Sin. This Creuse is bad-mouthing you big time.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have them make a coercion check against you, just straight up. Let's do. They don't have it, but they have.
Against
Yeah, it's against discipline. So what's your discipline?
2 yellow, 1 green.
All right. I think they're gonna aim too as they continue to make fun of your strange attire. Oh, good. Nothing happens. I'll give them a boost though from the advantage, I guess.
Yeah, makes sense.
Also, we're gonna get 2 of them in here, even though we're gonna use the stats of just 1 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
unflappable as usual. Sin, how do you respond to their appearance?
What are you doing on the token? There's no producing business here. What's going on? He's bypassed right past, like, them being dicks because he's not interested in that and has gone straight to being curious and asking them what the fuck they're doing here. So,
Well, I suppose. What is that? What kind of social thing you doing to them? Perhaps leadership, negotiation, charm.
I'll try and charm them and being like, "Oh, hey, we're all Krios here, but I know why I'm here. Why are you here?" I guess I'll try and be charming.
Okay.
What's
You get upright and straight and start waving your hands around, pretending you're like a high-class noble or something.
Yeah, sure.
All right. That's going to be Charm versus Cool. Their Cool is 2.
2 perps.
Yep. Success.
Sweet.
Awesome. All right, you deal 4 to this person.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, just making sure that it didn't have any weird abilities. They just, like, look at each other. Well, we're just here to party. Yeah, I mean, this place caters to our clientele. The Shaleri Passage isn't that far from here. It's only 2 jumps away. Say, if you haven't been here before, maybe you should be hanging with us. Come on. They have a juicer over there, and they point to a machine that's like a water cooler, but it's like filled with this nebulous gas that the Krios seem to be able to eat and ingest.
Oh, that would be interesting to see if I can do that. It's like, oh, that would be rather delightful. Yes, let us go.
All right, they lead you over to like as you get closer, that large cooler is behind a small bar, and there is like a small Torkin human behind it, and she's just like, back again, I see, and someone new with you. Just want 3 of the usual? Yes, just 3 of the usual. Make this one's a double. They point towards Sin, of course.
Sin is like, oh, how generous. And of course you're paying for it, right?
Of
As
course.
an apology for your rudeness.
We were so rude before. They're going to make a deception check against you. Okay, deception is against your vigilance. What's your vigilance?
2 yellow, 1 green.
Ooh, 2 yellow, 1 green. Okay. Their deception is based on their cunning. Choosing a lot of skills that people don't have this session. Cool.
Worst.
Okay, they failed. Again.
I am with the king of rudeness and sassiness. I know what's up. Krav has taught me well.
They should have gotten a boost on that. Hold on. Ooh.
You finally called me a king. The respect that I deserve.
So they actually take nothing from that.
3 sizes that day.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't succeed either, and I'm going to turn their boost into a setback. So they try and deceive you into getting this like double and not realizing how strong it is. But you realize they're trying to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you respond? The barkeeper hands you all your special drinks. They're in these canisters that have like a sort of gear-shaped top to them. They're almost like those mail chute canisters that you would put messages
cool.
in. But the other two grab theirs and like plug it into a similarly gear-shaped thing on the chest of their armor and twist it, and the gas just like injects itself into their body, and their entire body, while kind of greenish, turns an even deeper teal color for a second as it dissipates into their armor. They vent a little bit of mist, and then they look towards you expectantly.
Do I have a gear-shaped port?
Yeah, you do. Yours is highly ornamental, but
Yeah.
it still has the same function.
Okay. I am going to attempt to do the same.
Right. It's a little loose.
But
Your gears
yeah.
are maybe a little stripped, and you plug it into your chest and just twist. Maybe we call this a resilience check against their cool.
Sure.
Okay, what is their cool? Their cool is 2.
Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
You could spend
Okay,
a story
let's go.
point.
Good.
Yes, I am gonna use a story point.
All right, difficulty 2. Whoa. I'm gonna say that you take 2 wounds from this failed check,
Okay, that tracks.
and you're also going to suffer 1 strain from the threat, and then 1 setback with a little icon on you. We spent it all, but you don't take any strain from this because it was a pseudo social check, I guess.
Yeah.
It filters throughout your body, and the double, they were not kidding. It do be a double, and it do be alcoholic to Creuse somehow. There's like an ion storm like bubbling up inside of you, almost like a wormhole trying to form in your chest, and it keeps like collapsing on itself, which is
Does it have
probably
any weird effects because of the biology difference?
Yeah, that was going to be my ask, is like, does this fuck with me because I am not normal?
I'm going to say that because you failed the check, it's going to do 1 wound per turn. And you're going to have to remake that check every round until it stops.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
You're
You're
essentially
literally breathing
poisoned.
fire right now.
Let's.
Okay.
Is there an icon for poison? We'll just put these bubbles on you.
Fun.
All right. Why don't we go to somebody else now? We did your. We go to Fall Street. Where's Fall Street? Here it is. Okay. Krov. The Letnev smuggler and the Nazroka that they are talking to are reaching for weapons. Do you do anything?
Like undisciplined, like one tourist visits and you guys lose your cool, like pathetic.
Do you want to call that a, I guess, deception? Or not deception, coercion? Still?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll never be nice to any of these fuckers.
Okay. I assume you're going to target the smuggler.
Yeah.
Alright. It's
Discipline, I
against
guess.
discipline. Let me check. This guy's disc is 2. Difficulty 2.
Ah. That's why he's the leader.
Oh. And you can deal a critical remark. That's like 6, 7, 8.
I'm basically gonna say there's like this, go on with your business, and keep your dog on a shorter leash. It's got no, it's barely got a bark and got no teeth.
I just realized the club music is still going. Anyway, the smuggler kind of loosens his grip on his weapon. Just who are you anyway? Are you with the barony? Is that what you're here for? You're here to take us in?
I was like, all I see is a citizen making a purchase. Do you want to be taken in?
Hey, wait a minute. I'm gonna spend a story point. Don't I know you? Your face. I think it was on the news. That's right. You're Gervault. You're that one that died.
Listen to yourself. Oh, the person that you died. So so you are, you have no control. You got no cool, and you're dumb as a brick, as well.
He kind of, his eyes narrow, and he looks at the Nazroka and holds up a finger for them to wait a second. He turns towards you and is eyeing the bodyguard over your shoulder. Zaldenrock is, of course, eyeing everything that's going on with his hand ready to pull out some gunslinger diplomacy.
And the bow or the gun?
The gun, obviously.
Ketchup or ketchup?
Tholetnev narrows his eyes at you and in a hushed tone says, "You faked your death. Are you a member of the NLU? Are you here on orders?" He's almost incredulous, but he's very cautiously prodding.
Okay, so this is something that I don't remember because it was such a long time ago. The symbol they used, was it an actual a medallion thing, or was it just something that I recorded? Because I can't remember if I took it or not.
I don't recall either, actually. So we can just retcon it now, whatever it is. Perhaps it's a coin.
Yeah, because it was definitely a medallion, a thing, but it's I just can't remember if it was a physical or a sign that I recognize or something. But it's or if it's I know it's not a hand sign, but I guess I'll just present the sign somehow and just well, that should alleviate any doubts. Although I do wish the leadership, didn't make it so obvious. Roll my eye.
Okay. Fine. Listen. He kind of strokes his beardless chin. I'm kind of in the middle of something here, and I know you have our sign, but I can't quite level with you. You're just gonna have to wait until this deal is done. Okay? Why don't we meet later? You can choose the location.
Okay. What are the this is an out of game thing. It's what are the locations that I'll be kind of familiar with?
You can invent one, but otherwise, the hotel you're staying at.
Definitely not the hotel because it's too vulnerable to being blackmailed or tracked or whatever.
Okay. You can make a streetwise check. Difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2 streetwise. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna use the story point to upgrade it. Is it upgrade or a boost? I can always forget.
It's an upgrade. Spending a story point is very good. An upgrade is better than a boost.
Oh, not that good.
Not that good, apparently. You're struggling to come up with.
I'm gonna struggle as It's like, look, I will admit that I'm the later party. Why don't you decide? Consider it a negotiation.
Okay, I like that. You can also conceal your true goal in this encounter with 3 boosts, or 3 advantages.
Oh, in that case, yeah, that's definitely the best thing to do.
Yeah, so you're like thinking of a place and then you just like realize that you can put the burden of proof on them, and they go, well, that's mighty generous of you. Fine. We'll meet at the Orochi bar. It's just down the street here. I know Fall Street is a very long street, but it's in that direction on the right. Symbol of a snake above the bar.
Uh, all right. Good to know. Anything I should know in terms of entry?
No. Nothing you need to know. Just look for me, and then we can meet.
All right. It's I'm gonna enjoy my stroll. I assume, I think you should do the same as well. I'm just gonna nod and then slink away, I guess, if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, you're allowed to slink away. Before
Well, the bodyguard, I'm just gonna do the Cora, the double finger eye point. Is like
looking at
I'm
you.
looking at you, fucker.
All right. They do give you their name before they leave. Because of the nature of fucking Letnev names. Let's use this one. Their name is Misrek Valdortmarin.
I'd like to be publicly known that I did not come up with these names. These are all Chris's ideas.
Well, it's their name now. Because of the nature of Letnev names, yes, I have a fucking shopping list for them. I'm not gonna come up with 3 names every time a Letnev shows their face. Misrek. You could call them Val, I guess. They go back to talking to the Nazaroko.
Out of the respect, I will say the full name.
Right, because saying less would mean that they're your friend, and you're not your friend.
Oh, okay.
No, hell no.
All right. Sodden Rock is just like, well, now that that's over, can we kill them? Because you're not really, like, going to let them live, right? They're like terrorists. He's out of earshot of them.
Okay, I was just say, like, is he really that stupid?
No.
Like
their backs are turned now.
I don't think Zodnarok would care. He'd be like, what a rude asshole. I could have just shot him. I think he wants to shoot them because they're rude and they're Letnev.
Are these terrorists anti-Letnev or are they pro-Letnev?
They are Letnev.
Pro-barony or not pro-barony?
Anti-barony or pro-barony?
They are anti-barony. Krav is pretending to be one of them.
Yes, that's... If they want to screw up barony and kind of fuck them over, I'd probably be okay with them.
Okay. Actually, I kind of like this plan, he whispers to you. We can shoot someone else later.
For now. We'll see. Oh god, construction.
Oh no, construction! Did you win at sports ball? Hell yeah.
I think he's muted. Okay.
Yeah, because of the construction that he just talked about. All right.
Probably on in the car.
Yeah, I'm muting in case there's weird background noise.
Yeah, it's fine.
Appreciated.
Okay.
Well, cool your jets. Like blood will be spilled when time comes.
All right. Let's go to Shepherd.
I am being escorted to the collector.
Yes, you are. Old Tori, or whatever his name is, leads you into Charim's penthouse, and you are given an audience after about an hour of waiting, and a dark, jeweled Torkin approaches. Their hair is tied up. They are wearing a fancy gown decked with jewels from across the galaxy. They have like a neck collar that is popped up and around them, and necklaces are like weighing down their shoulders. But they look kind of strong, like able-bodied. And she approaches you and the attorney. You can leave us all. Well, we had a deal that we were going to... You will be given an appropriate amount. Rest assured. And if you have revealed anything that you were not supposed to, then you will be also dealt with accordingly. Of course, I haven't done anything wrong, Miss Chatham. It's been my pleasure. I just want to get more business for my dear collector. She nods and all kind of like pats you on the thigh. Good luck, mister. And then
Shepherd.
and then runs out. So, I'm told you wanted to speak with me? You, are a Titan, right?
I am.
What does a Titan want with me?
I do not want anything with you. I simply want an item that I was told that I can procure through you.
Okay. That item would be?
I am looking for the Yin Brotherhood DNA.
Dexiv animators.
Thank you.
That is a peculiar item for someone like you to be searching for. Don't the Titans of Uul have such technology at their disposal? They are so enigmatic.
I am unsure. I have not been to Elysium.
Oh. Okay. Well, I do have what you're looking for, and I could be perhaps persuaded to part with it if you have enough money, or much more preferably something rare that I can add to my gracious collection. As you see, she gestures around her in this wide open chamber, lavishly decorated with like trees, plants, but more importantly, there are like laser fields with a menagerie of like various animals behind them, as well as like the back of the reservoir is peeking through, and you can see that they have their own like cage, aquarium kind of inset into the reservoir, and there's various like strange large creatures like swimming around in the water, all very alien. There's like one with tentacles in one of the cages. There's a large like crystal embedded what looks like a shark swimming around in the aquarium. There's what looks like a tree that has like a bunch of eyes like embedded in the side of it, and they kind of open as you like gaze upon it. And of course there's a bunch of like plinths with rare items on them like surrounding her. There's not much that I haven't collected, but I am of particular interest with rare items and creatures. Unique.
Fascinating. I would like to start with, what is your consideration for Ore? For purchasing this item?
I'm thinking, since it's so much trouble to deal with, I'd be willing to part with it for, we'll call it 100,000 Ore.
Understandable. That is something I do not currently have. And I do not believe that I have any interesting... He's going to be deceptive because he doesn't want to talk about his plans and stuff. Anything unique to this galaxy that you do not already own.
That is a shame. Well, maybe we can negotiate. After all, you are a Titan, but you haven't been to Elysium, so you probably don't have any of their rare technology. That's unfortunate. But Perhaps we can still make a deal. They're going to try and negotiate with you. What is your negotiation?
I have been trained in negotiations. It is 3 yellow.
3 yellow. Okay. They're going to spend a story point to upgrade theirs.
I don't like that.
And they're going to suffer 2 strain because they are a shrewd negotiator, and they're going to add a success to the results of this check. So whatever it is.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
But 2 despairs?
And 3 successes and a triumph. They're gonna use all that. So that's 3, 4, 5. So they deal 5 to you.
5 strain.
Yep, 5 strain.
I'm gonna off gas.
Okay.
I
You
don't
look
think it
nervous.
saves me. Yeah, I look nervous. Weird.
They're going to use your triumph, or their triumph, to deal a critical remark. Actually, no. They're going to learn your desire. What is your desire?
Oh, okay. Scrolling down for the word. Because I'm pretty sure it's just knowledge, but I'm probably wrong. Oh, expertise.
All right. You maybe perhaps go on about how you're seeking to better yourself, and this could be of great use to you, and you're trying to perfect an experiment that will benefit her and the galaxy in a long run. You assure her.
Sure, and probably trying to hide the fact that there's potential items in here that are interesting that would draw him to, like, oh, I can add that to my collection.
Okay. They're also going to add a boost to their next check with that advantage. We also got 2 despairs. What 2 motivations of theirs do you want to learn?
I feel like desire and flaw.
Their desire is...
Oh, actually, no, I already know desire, because they're showing it. Strength and flaw.
Okay. Their strength and flaw. Their strength is that they are pragmatic.
Okay.
And their flaw is that they are a perfectionist.
Okay, interesting.
Now you can have a turn.
Perfectionism. And pragmatic. Let's make sure I write those down. I mean, it doesn't seem like I have anything really to offer them for the item that I want. And she's obviously trying to just, like, literally put me in her collection. So I think at this point, Shepard's probably be like, I can outlive this person. What's a couple 100 years? I already have my assistant who's working on other stuff. It'll be fine. She's probably gonna die in, what, 2 months? 10 years? I don't know. Something. Whatever these creatures probably live. So he will offer himself as a piece to the collection.
Okay. I think that's negotiation. So let's do, they have 3 as their negotiation.
But I want, like, a new, like, they can't give me one of them old, used, kind of shitty... It needs to work, and they need to prove that it works before I even do this.
Okay. You're also going to add a threat to this skill check because they have a haughty demeanor.
That means nothing. He's haughty to my butt.
Difficulty
alright, so how
is
many?
3 red.
And a setback?
And a threat. So
And
we
a
can
threat.
add it after.
Okay. Alright.
Ooh, a fail but a triumph. Okay, well, you can learn another one of their motivations if you want. But you do reveal 2 more of yours.
So they just know everything about me.
So it would
Right?
seem.
Oh no,
They're missing one. They're gonna learn your. Let's see. They know your desire, right? Is expertise?
Yes.
Okay.
So in the same line, expertise also falling in line with perfectionism.
They're going to learn your fear, and they're going to learn your flaw.
Fear is to fall into obscurity, to do a ton of this work, and then have it mean absolutely nothing.
Okay.
And then flaw is pride.
Okay. Cool. They're gonna... You're gonna take 2 strain, unfortunately.
That puts me at 12.
Yeah, from the failure. Oh, but you can offset 1 strain with one of the advantage.
I will do that. To stay awake in a very small sense.
All right. With this sort of last-ditch effort, she gets like a cruel smirk across her face. Why don't we make a deal? And she has an ability called Let's Make a Deal. If this character knows an opponent's desire, they can inflict 4 additional strain when they inflict strain.
Oh boy.
And she says, why don't we trade you like you recommend? You can stay here and use my Dexiv animators whenever you please. I'll even show them to you. But they are in an EM field that you will need to stay inside of, where you can, of course, keep practicing and honing your craft, becoming an expert, if you will. And
She's hitting all keywords. She just says yes.
and you'll be on display, so you will never fall into obscurity and can show off your prideful things to all of the people that come to visit and see my collection. Does that sound like a good idea for you?
Did you just get abducted?
She's going to add...
There is a van with, hey kids, you want this DNA?
Is anybody near Shepard?
No.
No.
Can we get an Extremo
No.
team in?
No, the teams are having some trouble today.
She adds 4 boosts to this because she has a boost and she's using your desire and your strength. Oh, sorry, 5. And your flaw. And it's a negotiation check, which still red 3 for them. But they're going to make their check. Ooh.
What the
You
hell?
kidding me?
Did you want to use a story point?
Yeah, let's use a story point, actually.
Chris got 6 advantages.
I'm gonna roll 1
Out
extra
of
green die.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11 dice.
Advantages and nothing else.
Shepard is unfazed. I already said yes.
As they're talking, you're like, yes, yes, yes.
Can you
I
hear
agreed.
me? Are your ears working? I do apologize if I offend you, but it seems to be that this conversation is going in the wrong direction. I
Excellent.
have said yes.
Follow me. And she takes you down the hallway along her menagerie and takes you to an empty one that's filled with like greenery and whatnot. Here, step inside and I will bring the Daxiv animators up to you. They'll need a crew to bring them up safely, but it will be up within a day.
Will I have access to the rest of the gallery?
Well, you'll have to hang around in here. That's what you agreed to.
Just confirming the confines of my confinement.
You'll have
Workspace?
parameters of my workspace.
You will have anything that you require for your workspace. I can send for it.
Okay, he's fine. Yeah, he's good with this.
You step inside, and
What species is she?
she's Torkin, which is a variant of human.
Okay, so very short lifespan. Got it.
Yeah. Especially with knives involved. She pokes some buttons on the display, and the EM field activates. You feel yourself kind of slow down a bit. And you go to, like, pick up a rock in the exhibit, and you realize that it's actually quite difficult to pick it up. And your knees kind of buckle, and you fall to them. There we go. Just, you'll get used to it after a bit. I'm going to go and make arrangements for your animators, and just smile and wave at anybody that comes by, okay? And she does a little wiggle of her fingers, wave to you as she walks off, her heels clicking on the marble ground. In this EM field, you have the strength of a normal human being.
We're just not used to being that weak.
No.
Yes. And there is also a force field keeping you inside. You are now in the collector's exhibit. Congratulations. Why don't we go to somebody else now? Let's go to Yara.
But I got my shit.
You got what you wanted in a day.
You have access to your shit.
Yeah, you have
didn't
access
have
to
to pay
use
for it.
your cloning device, and it's free, and you don't have to pay for it. Perfect. All right. Yara, the elevator cable has snapped. What do you do?
I mean, I jump out the elevator. There's nothing to say the door's technically closed.
Well, true. You did hit the
If it was an
emergency stop.
Yeah, emergency stops don't close those doors for that exact reason. So, do you want me to roll a check for that, or can I just maneuver out?
I think because of the situation, we will need to do a coordination check.
All right.
And this is not going to be an action. This is going to be like an incidental. We'll call this difficulty 3.
Technically, you can sometimes pull smoke alarms, and those also stop elevators because they stop running. Well, they go down the bottom floor is what they do for safety reasons.
Well, that's not what happened, unfortunately. So, make that coordination check, difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. Nope.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say that you go to lunge out, but the elevator has started moving already, and you kind of like back up, afraid that it's going to like slice you in half as it like in mid jump. You back away cautiously, and you start plummeting. You also have 2 advantages. You can spend those how you will. You could get a boost on your next check, or what have you.
Is it 2 to recover a strain or 1 to recover a strain?
1.
Can I recover a strain and get a boost?
Sure. Normally you would do an ally, but you're alone, so you can do it yourself.
Yay.
Okay. So unfortunately, you weren't able to jump out of the elevator in time. It is careening down many floors. And it's only a matter of time before it hits the bottom.
Can't use troll physics right now.
I jump at the last second.
Okay, you still hit the bottom a second later.
Okay, you jump. The ceiling then hits you. Anyway.
Time to
Yeah.
look at my shits.
Does anybody have any suggestions for Yara in this time of quick thinking?
I don't have my cool suit.
Because I'm actually struggling to find a way out of this.
Do you have an ascender kit?
No. I'm looking through my equipment.
Can you
Grappling?
can you break out the top panel?
Yeah.
And get
I was
out?
gonna say grappling, and maybe there's a hatch ladder like within the elevator shaft itself for emergencies, and try and grab onto that.
Yeah. I don't know how you want to try that. Maybe skullduggery to get the door open. Maybe athletics to get the
I
door
have
open.
tools.
You have
I
tools. Okay.
Yeah, so if you want me to, there's probably a way to open these hatches that's pretty straightforward. So it'd be more so a speed thing.
Okay. We can call it coordination then. Another coordination check to try and do it in enough time. Oh, mechanics. That's a check, right?
Mechanics probably would be a bit more specific since you're
Yeah.
opening up a specific latch with
Absolutely.
tools.
Let's do mechanics.
What will be the difficulty?
We'll call this difficulty 2, but I think that it does involve enough danger that it warrants a story point. So I'm going to add a red to it. So it's 1 red, 1 purple.
Okay, let's try this one.
Okay, success.
So I open the panel. I'll use my maneuvers to get to the top of it, and I'll take strain to try and see if I can jump onto, like, either the cable or a ladder if anything's there.
Okay. You use strain, you jump off the elevator as it plummets to the ground. Thankfully, you had your, like, portable crowbar that, like, extends outward to tear off the top panel in a short period of time. The elevator continues its descent and slams onto the ground. There's a small fireball at the bottom that blasts heat upward towards you. But thankfully, you were able to get out in time. It's too far away to do any real damage, but it does heat up your fur quite a bit.
I'm still stuck in an elevator.
Still stuck in an elevator shaft. You look around for the Yssaril. You're not sure what floor they got off on, and with their camo, it might be hard to pursue them at this point. I'm going to say they got away, but you are also no longer in danger.
Okay.
You can easily get off on a floor. Well, not easily, but safely.
I'm gonna have to climb up to a floor and then use my tools to open up a door.
We're not gonna roll for it. You eventually are able to succeed. Of course, a crowd has started to gather at the bottom of the hotel. Security is running up the stairs and checking each floor to see if there was something going wrong.
I want to start hacking the security footage as I'm trying to make my way back to the floor to get my shit. Because now I have to climb the stairs.
Yeah,
I got a
something
process
to
waiting
do
for me.
So let's do a computers check. You're hacking surveillance systems. You do have, I believe you got because I thought about this after the fact. When you hacked into Arclight's system before, you got like a Triumph, and I think that gives you a permanent backdoor into the system.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, which is how I can reverse engineer the fake profile. So I'm trying to basically use that to hack into this system.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that you can easily access the system. So now it's more about enacting commands without getting detected. So let's do computers check. We'll call it difficulty 5 because your resources climbing the stairs are limited and because it's quite a difficult system.
All right, I'd like to use a story point.
Okay. Wowie zowie! Not weird to me at all.
I can't complain. I'm strained, but I got a Triumph.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you have uncovered security footage of from just somebody hanging out with their friends and filming something outside of a club nearby, and you can see a Yssaril sneaking into its camouflage. It sees the camera and notices it's being filmed and immediately goes into camo mode, and you see like a trash can move as it enters an alley adjacent to the hotel. That's probably where it made its entryway. As for the threats, let's get you a downgrade and a setback. Both. Perhaps the stairs have exhausted you a lot.
Yeah, this is going to take a few minutes. I think her main things were basically trying to get her... She doesn't want to appear on the cameras pulling the smoke alarm. And at least she's got like a visual to, reference for the guy.
Okay. We'll say that with the Triumph, you're able to also erase... Like the success got an eye on the Yssaril. The Triumph erased the presence of you.
Yeah. I mean, they can still figure out I'm in the building, but at least I'm not... There isn't easy evidence to point to me pulling the thing.
Okay. At this point...
I'm going to spend a few minutes getting to my apartment.
Yeah. Okay, I think we go back to the club.
Yep.
Back to the club.
20 minutes later, Yara makes it back to her apartment. It's a 100-floor building. It's going to take a while, those damn stairs.
I guess I'll take the stairs now.
Just imagine you're at the top of the stairs. The helicopter's made of chocolate. Oh wait, that's bad for dogs.
No, there's like an automated elevator repair system, but it's like, time to repair, 2 hours. God damn it.
Self-repair routines activated. A drone has been dispatched from Fall Street. Alright, let me go to Nolly. Nolly, you are hanging out with these guys. Your drinks arrive. You guys start drinking, and you're getting, like, your head's a little fuzzy. Why don't you make a resilience roll? We'll call this difficulty 2. You're young. You can take it.
Dokily.
All right. You can recover a strain, and in fact, you take no strain.
She can handle it.
You can handle it. Why don't you take a turn, Nolly? What do you want to talk about?
Nolly's going to try and talk to them about what else they do for fun around here. Like, what other fun, cool things are there for the hip teens to do in this city? It's probably a charm check.
Sure. Charm is against cool. Their cool, I think, is... I have forgotten. Where is it? It's 1 red, 2 purple.
Okay.
They are cool kids.
Now I'll just roll this. Okay.
Ooh, a fail. They recognize that you're still a bit of a tourist and still new to town. Maybe you ask for where something is, but it's like a cringe kind of thing to ask. Trying to think. Like, do you guys have any, like, cool, like, repair shops or, like, garages around here or something? Get your hands dirty.
Any sock hops?
You got, like, skate parks. Ooh, theme parks. You got any theme parks like they have in Arcturus?
Yeah.
Fellow kids.
They shake their heads and you take 2 strain from the... Oh, you already have taken the strain. You can use the advantages how you want, though.
Yeah, let me consult the table.
You learn a strength or a flaw of them.
Yeah, let's learn their flaw.
Okay. Their flaws are that they are ignorant.
Yeah,
They're ignorant.
Teenagers.
Teenagers. Viz just kind of shakes his head. You're really not from around here, huh? Well, I can get us in just about anywhere. And, in fact, you want to be, like, one of us, right? One of the cool kids?
Yes, please.
Like, you don't want to be isolated from your friends, and you want to be part of a family, right?
Gulp.
Gulp. Uses motivations. They're going to try and use some peer pressure. And a story point. They're going to... Okay, so I'm using... What motivations am I using of yours? It's like belonging and isolation?
They know isolation. I believe that's the only one they know.
Sure.
Which is a fear.
Okay, so that's 2.
A higher tier, yeah.
They'll also, I guess, aim to add another one. And they have a setback, it looks like. And we're going to coerce you, which is 2 and 2 for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Coerce. Actually, they're going to deceive you. Is your vigilance the same, right?
Yeah, it's still 2 and 2. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The ones that would be different are... let's see. her charm is red, or her cool is red if they were to charm her, and if they were to negotiate, it would be red purple.
Well, they're not going to do either of those. They're going to deceive you.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
They succeed. Clear out this stuff. And they get an advantage. I guess they'll just boost themselves. Boop, boop. Hey. So, I'm also going to Torkin you, but for, like, medicine. Because my dads want me to, like, be a doctor when I grow up. But, it does mean that I have certain perks. And he pulls out, like, his wallet. And there's, like, these little, little Listerine strips, like, on pieces of paper in them. And he pulls them out. Come on. Surely you've had watercolor before, right?
Maybe I know it from
Say no to drugs, Nolly.
a different name.
Blender, drone.
Maybe make a culture incidental?
Look, it's harmless. And everybody does it. It just lets you see cool colors. And, you know, like, relaxes you. You're so uptight. Come on. And he, like, drops one into, like, his friend's drinks and spins it around, and it turns, like, a multicolored hue. Also, I realize the music is fucking wrong for this.
Just, like,
Triumphant.
rename, like, acid watercolor?
Yes, I did.
I actually made this one up.
Oh, okay. Still
It-
equally
it-
horrifying, but kind of amazing.
It induces varied and vivid synesthesia for a period of time. Sort of like cross mixes all your senses.
Wouldn't that be bad for somebody who has like dissociative identity disorder?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
The entire dance floor is gonna be dead.
Would that possibly like do a weird third entity or make a third entity?
Who knows?
Go and get the
Psychedelics
kill
affect
yourself
people
now.
Either way,
with mental disorders.
he deals 4 strain to you, but because he's mean, it also does another 2 strain.
Okay. Yeah, Nolly's like, she's sweating a little bit. She's been really battered by the situation. She's like looking at it like, I could relax a little bit, I guess.
Just think of it as a Z-tab.
Yeah, it's a Z-tab. Krav does Z-tabs all the time, and he's fine.
I think literally all the adults she knows do C-tabs all the freaking time.
We're good role models.
Or just pops one in as she's at the computer. Crop like literally is taking them like little tic tacs every now and then after he sighs.
It's like
Goldenrod
House.
fires the sniper and just goes.
I mean,
Gotta
even if
focus.
she is above halfway, so I feel like given the fact that they were successful and they at least explained, maybe the compromise is they explained what it is instead of just telling her to take it, I think she would take it.
All right. He kind of drops it into your drink and like uses his finger to like swirl it around a bit. You see the colors shift in rainbow hues, spinning around. They all like hold their glasses up to new friends. Yeah, new friends. Torque and you.
No.
Shut up, Star.
Shut up!
Shut up, Sledge!
Yeah, Nolly does the same. She was nervous, but now that she's seeing the 2 new friends and all that stuff, she's happy to raise the glass and take a drink.
You take a drink, and the effects come on in a few moments. The initial spin is from the alcohol, but the rest comes from the drone, as it were. Let's have you make a resilience check. Difficulty 4. Okay, you succeed. I'm going to say that you only take 2 strain from this.
Okay.
All right, come on, let's get on the dance floor now that we're all, you know, droned up.
Yeah. Nolly can feel the sound of the music on her skin and like smells weird smells when she looks around the room and sees all the colored lights going on.
they're also like looking around and staring at the glorious colors before them. The sounds are like echoing through their vision and creating this rainbow of effect. Each of them is experiencing it kind of a little differently. But in general, it's just making them loosey-goosey and dancing. Sin, why don't we go to you? Having some fun here, right? Why don't you make a resilience check?
Okay. Same difficulty?
Difficulty 2. Yeah, you just took a double shot, not drugs.
Failed.
Alright, you take 1 wound.
Okay.
It's reacting poorly with you, but the other Shaliri Creusians are like laughing and kind of like cavorting with each other over your presence. So what's with the getup anyway? You look completely different than other Creusians. You were already hunched over. You didn't pregame, did you? I hear that's what the humans call it.
It is what humans call it, but no, I have specialized missions. That's all. What are you here for?
I told you. We're here to party. And you are going to join us. Perhaps you can join us, on the dance floor. Yeah, on the dance floor.
Okie dokie. So we're like, sure. It's fun. It's fun to dance. I'm assuming that Sin is kind of tipsy at the very least, so
Yeah, you're tipsy, and if you had a stomach, it would be hurting at this point.
It's gonna be hurty. Okay.
It's a bit of an ion storm in your body. You go out into the dance floor and start like shifting around, and your normally graceful, like flowing coordination is not quite what it should be. You keep like grasping at yourself and like hunching over a bit. And the other Creusians on the dance floor are like laughing at you, and then they start kind of pushing you around. They're actually going to make an unarmed attack against you.
Are you fucking serious? I'm gonna stab these guys.
This is why they didn't let you bring your lance.
Yeah, I don't think that they allowed weapons in the bar. They don't have weapons of their own.
Think they... Did they manage to take it away from me? I don't remember that.
I don't remember if Thraz told you guys to leave your weapons behind, but I feel like the bouncers would have.
The bouncer said like, "Hey, no weapons," and I think like.
I thought that was the other building. I mean, it completely makes sense, but there are other ways to hurt people. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
I don't deny.
Go in the Letnev warp hole machine, like.
I like the idea of like, Sin is just a little loopy, so even if he didn't have his like lance, he's like ready to go grab it to like stab them, and he's like, oh no, it's not. No.
Sin like takes the straw out of their drink and is just like wielding it like it's the lance.
Yeah, I still have the Itachi magic wand. Don't forget.
Oh, that is one crazy straw if that's the case. Okay, what is your defense?
Defense is 3.
Right. So that's going to be quite a roll for them. They're probably not going to get this at all. I'll give them a boost, though, since you're, like, sick. So I'll just give them 1 boost. It's not going to help. Trust me. They're rolling with 1. Yep. Didn't think so. They get a threat. So I'll say that they take a... Oh, they already had a setback. Well, that's fine. They keep their setback then. They go to shove you, and you like dodge out of the way, and kind of like indignantly like, "Hey!"
Can I try and coerce them and respond and being like, "You're either going to stay friendly, or we're going to have a problem."
They laugh in your face, but let's make this coercion check to see if they're moved by it. These guys are bullies.
Yes, they are.
Okay, coercion is versus discipline. They are. But they have difficulty 4 for that.
Oh,
ooh,
shit.
Sorry, it's 3 red and 1 purple.
Fuck. Okay. At least I don't have. There's nothing bad happens if I fail, so that's good. Huh. Not bad.
That's true, because you are shameless.
I am shameless. I do not care.
This is a very cringe thing for you to have done, but you do not care. It doesn't affect them, though. It has no effect on them.
Okay. I'm gonna walk away.
They laugh. Also, make another resilience check, by the way. Same difficulty, too. And let's use that setback on it.
Done.
All right. Nothing. You didn't fail, but you didn't succeed either. So you're still poisoned.
Okay, that's fine. Still walking away from these guys, though.
Okay. I am now going to spend a story point just in general. You are like shuffling back to the bar where Thraz is, and he's just kind of he's now got a few drinks done and gone with, and it looks like he as well, one of them is like shifting around. It looks like he was taking some of the drone as well. Don't know where he got it from. And he's chatting to a cute SAR guy at the bar. Excuse me for a second, my friend. Sin, how are things going? Oh,
Poorly. I prefer your company.
You don't look so good. Your colors are something.
Yes, they had something that. Well, I had a double, and well, I'm just going to be here for a little while. Do not mind me.
Okay, be my guest. I'm still trying to recover a bit. It's I'm a few drinks in. But I've met this nice guy here. He has walked up and left. Okay.
It was not my intention to.
It's okay, Sin. You didn't scare them away. It was probably me. They just can't take my charms, is all. Where's Nolly, anyway? And he, like, gets up and he looks around. Nolly, you are unconscious. And, there is a blue-haired guy, along with two, bald-headed, robed gentlemen dragging you out of the back door. Thraz throws down his drink and gets up. Sin, move! Nolly!
Wormhole. I teleport to where she is. Immediately.
I'm gonna have you make a perception check to do so.
Heard. What's the difficulty?
We're gonna say it's gonna be difficulty 3 with 2 setbacks from visibility. Oh, do you have dark vision?
I do have dark vision.
Okay, we'll just call it 1 because there's a lot of people there. 1 setback.
Perception. Right? No, vigilance. Wait.
Perception.
Sorry, does it change? Shit.
You're not sure where Thraz was pointing at, but you immediately take a strain.
Okay.
In fact, 2 strain, realizing that Nolly is in danger. All right, and let's go to someone else. Who is next? I think it's...
Do we want to do a turn order?
We will when we get to it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to Fall Street. Izalmrock, I sense you're here now.
Tis.
Excellent.
Tis the boy. I'm in, everyone else is getting abducted and such, while I'm trying to make sure that Krov stays on his best behavior, apparently.
Okay,
Yes,
well, they were just talking...
I keep on winning. This is my best behavior.
I'm
It
doing
is,
my best.
weirdly enough.
So,
You don't sabotage the mission.
So Krov just agreed to meet with a member of the NLU who thinks that he is also a member of the New Letnev Union. and they were doing some kind of illicit deal with a Nazroka. I'll give you the option if you'd like to try and like eavesdrop on them, since maybe you were able to like double back or something, or maybe if you pay somebody like some vagrant to go spy on them or something.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Why don't we call that streetwise? I think if you're gonna pay somebody, or bribe somebody or whatever. I'll give you a boost if you pay them like 10 ore.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's fine. I got that. Boost.
Yeah. Not every child needs $50.
Oh, 50 gold
Shepard
from my
did that.
very first D&D session.
Well, you did that. Shepard also
did.
just gave away 150 ore
Oh.
to 3 children to tell them to go inside a building and get security.
I just imagine it's
it's a
like
callback.
what we do in the shadows when freaking Blackbeard goes over and he's like, "Hey kids, look, here's a lot of money. It's more money than you're ever gonna get. Oh, here's a knife."
Blackbeard from What We Do in the Shadows.
Sorry,
Yeah.
not what we do in the shadows. Our flag
Yeah,
is death.
Taika Waititi, it's all...
Yeah. They
Yeah.
are
What's the
connected.
difficulty?
We're gonna say the difficulty is. Actually, have stats ready for this. A desperate citizen. Let's see. We'll say that you're trying to bribe them, so charm versus their cool, I guess. So that's difficulty 2.
Alright, and I'll story point it just because we have so many. Streetwise.
Yeah, you guys have weirdly not been using a ton.
Are you kidding me?
Damn. What are the odds? Welcome back, Sultan.
Good, apparently.
Okay. You pay the citizen and tell them to go eavesdrop on that guy. They say, "Of course, thank you."
Bye.
And then they run off with your money.
Oh, they're actually that way. Oh,
Ah.
he's just leaving.
Sultan Rock contemplates taking out his sniper rifle, but decides against it.
Does he though?
Sure, I don't
No.
put thoughts in your head. I put jokes in your mind.
It's the intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, I'm your intrusive thoughts. You get to choose whether to act on them.
No, let the vagrant go. Now I just gotta be like,
You look into the
Vagrant was a
distance, he's already 3 blocks away.
damn it. I guess that doesn't happen then.
I guess it doesn't work.
No.
Krov, you just saw, or I don't know if you saw Zaldenrock unsuccessfully try to go eavesdrop, unless he was trying to help you as well. But otherwise, you have...
I ignore what the bird is doing, or it is irrelevant.
A weird alien man is out for a night jog and is just really booking it.
Do you want to maybe streetwise and see if you can find out who that Nazroka is?
Yeah, you know what? It's like
Maybe just ask around or coerce some people.
yeah, so what's he selling anyway? Like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, like, who is that guy? What are they selling? Since this was difficulty 2 to do the citizen, we're going to call this difficulty 3, because it's a little harder.
Streetwise?
Yeah, streetwise or coercion. If you want to threaten somebody.
And I'm not gonna threaten it like they're not getting in my grill. So let's see, streetwise. But I'm going. Yeah, you know what? Let's use the story point. Why not?
Yeah, you got plenty.
So that's an upgrade.
Yeah, clearly they work.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay, cool.
You take one strain as you're getting annoyed with the locals and their inability.
A slow drawl as he speaks, and that.
Get to the point. I
really
don't need to
annoys
hear
me.
a story. You take a strain, and eventually you succeed. They kind of get hushed tones, and they say, "Oh, the one over there? The Nazroka? They're not normally on this street. Whenever they show up, the owner takes a day off. I heard they're working for the Dran, that pirate consortium. or whatever they are. They're not Mentak. Some would say they're probably even more dangerous. But they tend to hang around this bar called the Orochi. Most people know to avoid it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, their entire gang's around there. I wouldn't even go in there getting, like, a chicken nugget or anything. Or a normal adult drink. His eyes look back and forth.
I'm gonna give him like 10 already. He's like, here, quench a little.
Alright. Thank you. Don't tell them that I was the one that told you. I think.
He's like, who are you again? And I'm just gonna stare at him. Yeah.
Exactly. He's trying to act cool. Do you want an orange for your troubles?
Yeah, why not?
He hands you an orange. It is kind of small. They're not native.
Right. It's a tangerine.
A delicious clementine.
They're imported. Okay, so you...
Well, of course it's imported.
Yeah. So you walk away from the scene. You know that you're meeting that guy later at the Orochi, and now you know that it's a hotbed for Dran influence. Do you want to maybe like try and meet up with your allies? Gonna need backup for this situation?
Probably. It's like I'm going to relate to Zod on the actually who did I share the encryption with? Did I share it with Zolnrock the encryptos code?
I don't know if you shared the code with Zoldenrock. I think you shared it with Thraz, so you could talk to each other.
Okay, I'm gonna send an encrypted message to Thraz as like hang
He doesn't have a savant.
He doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't have a savant.
Not on him.
Okay, then I try to message and get no response. I'd be like, yeah, typical.
All right. Why don't we cut back? Let's cut back to Shepard with good old Neith. Good old Neith. All right. So Shepard, you've been there for a while. It's getting late. It doesn't look like they have gotten the animators up for you at this point. They'll probably get to it tomorrow.
Okay.
But Neith has come back, and she has a positively large pile of cloth with her. Here, Mr. Titan, why don't you put these on? And she sets it on a stone near your enclosure and presses a button, and it slowly goes through the field into your enclosure. Why don't you put this on? Something nice so that you're not, well, naked, you know.
Titans do not need clothing. We are perfectly fine with our bodies and the way they are perceived by others.
Well, you'll look much nicer in these clothes, and I would appreciate it if you put them on. You'll look positively, garish. You'll look beautiful for any of, my friends that might come by. I am inviting some people by, tomorrow morning to check you out.
Can Shepard, read behind the lines to some degree? Or is it just, it seems like just a very mild, people want to come hang out?
I mean, yeah. Let's make a vigilance check. Incidental. And we'll call it difficulty. I'm going to do it against her deception. So that's what it would be.
I guess the big thing is, like, is it now because...
Difficulty 3.
Like, is she going back on her... Yeah, of course you can work at any point in time and do whatever you want. Now being rescinded.
Well, why don't you make that vigilance check?
I don't know. What was the...
Difficulty 3.
3 perps?
3 perps. Unless I say there's red, it's always perps.
There was a lot of red before, so let's check. Vigilance. At the bottom. No.
Okay.
Seems like an average normal day thing.
She's just asking. Perhaps you, let's say, take a downgrade from your next check. You still think that she's holding true to her word. She's just asking for a personal favor.
Right. Shepard has never worn clothes and would ask for assistance.
Uh-oh. Well...
He is now gauging if she's going to interact with him or not.
Why don't I get some people by and they can help you dress yourself, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Curious.
Okay. Good. Now, the people won't be able to come by until tomorrow to set up the animators in your enclosure. So, just do what you will, okay? And put those on, sweetie. I want to see you looking nice.
He's just gonna throw them to the side, and he's like, well, I'm just gonna walk around and look at the rest of the shit that's in here, see what's cool.
There is not much cool in here. It is basically a zoo. And you are in, like, a lion's, like, enclosure. There's maybe a pumpkin with some meat in it.
Nice.
But access to the whole gallery, and I can, like, walk around the whole place and look at all the stuff.
She said that.
Oh. I want to look at the stuff!
You look around and...
look.
Yeah, I can look.
Stuff.
Yeah, you look around. Why don't you make a lore check? Knowledge lore. Also, you can recover strain, by the way, on your own time, like between encounters or whatever.
Okay, yeah. I only have knowledge culture, so this is going to be just a flat knowledge check.
Yep.
Any difficulty?
Oh yeah. Difficulty 3.
Oof.
Okay, nothing.
Flat nothing, yeah.
Across from you, there is the aquarium with the large crystalline shark inside of it. It's constantly like swimming in a circle. It hasn't stopped since you got here. There's a bunch of plinths nearby. You can see that there is a sort of vial of iridescent liquid on a little metal clasp on one of the plinths. Another marble plinth has a like a kind of gold and platinum like shred of something. It looks like a twisted piece of metal, like some sort of ancient piece of history. There's another that there's another plinth with like a intricate tiara with like a black orb at the center of its like apex. And as well, at the farthest end of the chamber, there's a glass case, and it looks like it's got like banisters like around it, and some sort of like intricate alarm system, but it's been made to look aesthetic. But inside, standing up on a metal stand of its own, is something that you recognize. It is a staff from a Mahakt gene sorcerer.
Ooh, I was gonna ask if there were any weapons in here.
There is. You can't get to it because you are in a cage, in an EM field and a force field. But it's there. You can see it, and you recognize it.
I only have time as a Titan.
It's
I don't
true.
know about the rest of the party though, so we'll have to figure that out. Who's long lived? Excuse me? Who's this?
Oh, hi, Marcus.
What? Oh, a guy walks through and he's like sweeping up the ground outside. Walks
Here, I'll
past
put
your
your
cage
clothes
and
on.
he's kind of like got an earpiece in, listening to something.
I wave to him.
He passes by your enclosure.
Oh, I tap on the thing, somehow get his attention.
You tap on the force field and he kind of like looks up. Huh. It's like she got a new thing.
Hello, my name is Shepard. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, Zork, it talks.
Of course I talk.
Hello. My name is Marcus. I'm janitor. I clean.
Yes, I understand the designation janitor. We have many of those.
Oh, you do? Kind of like looks around the enclosure. Is that yours? Points at like the clothes that are piled up on the ground.
Shepard just like looks down at them and just stares and goes, I think so. I've been demanded to wear them. I assumed you were the help to tell me which one to wear.
It's kind of outside my pay grade. I'm not supposed to mess with the menagerie. That's kind of her thing. Sorry, bud.
Interesting. It was a pleasure to meet you. What is your name?
I'm designation Marcus.
Des Marcus. Yordian Marcus. Pleasure.
Right. Okay. Guess you're her new pet. Enjoy your stay, or whatever.
I
And
will
just
be
keep
seeing you in the
sweeping.
future, yes? As he walks away.
Yeah,
Perhaps
probably.
you could tell me your name in the future.
I would imagine. Keeps sweeping away. And he continues cleaning the place and then leaves. Alright. Let's go to the club. No. Torkin? We go back to the hotel. Sorry, Torkin Prime downtown.
Wait, what planet am I on? Torkin.
Torkin? Yeah,
Keanu?
my page is called Torkin, but it's the hotel.
Welcome to the continent.
Yara, you finally make it up all of those stairs, and you have that information on you. You notice that you have an incoming text on one of the savants, like a message for you.
All right, I figure out who is it. Okay, that's the first thing I was going to do now that I know they were gone. So I'm going to use deduction to figure out whose is missing, because, you know, there's probably ways to tell, even if I don't have to hack into everything completely. People probably treat their savants differently.
Okay. You look around and, well, you notice the message first, so you kind of like just tap the thing. And it's an incoming message that has somehow made it past your VPN. It's a alert directly from Arclight Industries. It tells you that it is located the center of the Dran Consortium's influence, and it's a bar called the Orochi. You also notice that
right?
Thraz's Encryptos protected savant is missing.
Great. Why that's I don't know why that's important, but apparently I'm like.
But
I wonder
Krav
what
does.
Cat's been up to.
Anywho,
I don't know. Because
What was the name of the Dran's Consortium's location?
the
Orochi.
Orochi. There you go. And they light it up on your pad. They give you like the exact address of the Orochi bar.
That's not where the guys are not at this bar, right?
The guys aren't. Krav needs to meet somebody there later, and he just texted Thraz the location that he's going to meet people at.
All right.
So you know where Krov's gonna be.
No, I don't know
No,
where Krov's
the
gonna be, 'cause I
Yasarl
don't
knows
have
where
that.
Krov's gonna be.
I'm in a predicament. I can't contact people under normal conditions. They don't have their savants. I'm the mom being like, my children.
Savant is the computer. You can still do the communicator. Like that's
There's the
not
call
Yeah.
meets.
Oh,
Okay,
that's true.
People still have their combis, right? Because Shepard's the only one who killed his combi too.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was like plugged into the Savant. Anywho, Thraz's Savant is missing.
I just didn't do an unencrypted broadcast because that would be very bad for interception. So that's why I did that.
I mean,
Okay.
I could probably as long as people answer me, I could probably backtrack where they are. Take a minute. So Yara's gonna just turn on shit, do an emergency signal, being like, "Guys, we got a situation. Our apartment was attacked. I need y'all to respond so I can figure out where you are, so I can check on your safety ASAP. Please, I need to figure out where everybody is."
Nolly's being abducted.
I'm gonna
Great!
I'm gonna nod on the Zoldenrock to answer. I'm gonna remain silent.
I lost Tenore to a vagrant. We must find him.
It was a bad
and bring
day.
him to justice.
We've located Sin. We've located Zaldenrock. Sin, you know where Nolly is? They haven't responded.
Nolly is being abducted. Like,
Okay, you handle that.
Okay,
Where's
where is-
Thraz?
Where's that?
Thraz?
I'm going to say that Thraz's communicator was also taken, since I don't want to
Okay.
backtrack my train of thinking, but I'll
Yep,
spend
yep.
a story point on it.
He
That's
just
fine.
fell
And then
out.
I'm just like, okay, Shepard and Krav have not
Shepard.
responded. Have they been kidnapped too?
Krav is with me.
All right, that's fine. That's
being
fine.
Silent.
Shepard is where?
There's no
It's
response
Don't
from
know.
anybody regarding Shepard.
God. All right. So Yara has to spend probably a few minutes to get the tracking of where those are. Sin, you
Yeah.
please keep an eye on Nolly if you know where Nolly's going. Please save them. I need to figure out where I need to head. I've installed the programs onto everybody's savants that was left here, barring Shepard. Thraz is missing actually. His got abducted, and Krav has
good
his
God.
still.
Do I
Does
know,
Krav tell
do
his-
I know that?
He
Yeah,
has
actually-
his communicator, not his Savant, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
because like I gotta pop in. It's like, well, did you install the security on the rest of it or not?
it's everything's downloaded on the ones I have. So let's just make sure for plot reasons. So would Shepard have never actually been able to give me the Savant, so they technically have theirs still? Yes or no? They killed the
No,
communicator.
they did give theirs to you.
Okay, so they did stop. We
Yeah,
did rendezvous at least
communicator,
beforehand
uh,
because they found the
Savant.
lodging. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only one I'm missing is then Thraz's, and we can't locate Shepard because they don't have the communicator. Okay.
If I've actually ever had a savant. I had a quintessensor and like other stuff for like medical purposes, but I
Yeah,
don't think I
yeah.
ever had a
Savant is
savant.
a personal computer. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I had the
only do-
combi and I communicated through the combi before leaving.
All right, so Shepard's missing. Shepard doesn't have a savant. That could be both good and bad. And
Yeah,
Thraz's savant
fantastic.
is missing, and he's not responding to his combi.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that's. Oh well.
All right.
We're in a good spot, guys.
Is that-
Regroup.
All right.
You command everybody to regroup.
Where the hell are we gonna regroup? You said it was attacked.
Where
Do you want-
is this club?
I'm going to explain that I just got a message. I don't care if this is not an encrypted channel. We need to get together. The bar that Zandon has told us that the Drawn Consortium's location is at the Orochi bar. I'll meet you guys there and pack some weaponry and stuff. We need to rendezvous. Sin, I trust you can get Nolly together.
I'm gonna interrupt. It's like, whoa, we can't do the unarmed thing. I'm supposed to have a meeting there.
Armed. I said armed.
No. I'm saying we can't openly meet there because I'm supposed to be having a meeting. So it's like, rendezvous at a different location for Pete's sake.
There's a store on the other side of the Orochi bar that you could probably go at, or like someplace down the street from there.
It's
you could just
a
say somewhere on-
Asian-inspired convenience store. We're
Sure,
going to the Asian-inspired convenience store cafe.
There's a konbini somewhere on Fall Street.
Kim's
777.
A 777.
And anybody give an update of Shepard's location ASAP? I can't locate them without any combi responses. They don't have a savant. I can check. I'm started to get into the algorithm the guy uses to track everybody, but I don't think I can reliably find Shepard yet.
Okay, since things are happening rather hastily, and Nolly is in danger currently,
Yeah.
I would like to perhaps, Yara, make some sort of action now. Either do some sort of roll that you can think of, or you could spend 2 maneuvers, like using your action, to give 2 people boosts as you're facilitating comms.
I'll give a boost to Sin specifically because I'll be like, okay, what's your location? I'm gonna do a ping, like I'll basically call in the police there. Just make an anonymous call to the bar.
The police are en route to the club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which will hopefully stall them.
Okay. I feel like that could... No, we'll just say that you've done that.
Yep.
That'll be your action, and then you can give a boost to Sin. All right. Cool. Let's then go to the club.
I gotta go
Actually,
here, guys.
Yeah, it is 11.
Yes, it is 11. So, let's actually just go to this page, a back alley, and then we can have Sin and Thraz try and save Nolly from the Yin Brotherhood, who is out back. Looks like Ento found his 2 dads after all.
Oh, great.
Good night, everybody. We will see you next time. Stay shiny.
Bye now.
Stay abducted.
Stay abducted. Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. And don't do drugs that strangers give you.
Never.
Yeah, especially ones that they claim cause synesthesia.
Do your own drugs that you acquired from your own safe resources.
Exactly. That's what we learned today. All right, now ending stream. Bye.